round of the 2A playoffs as your Council Grove Braves will take on the Nemaha Central Thunder. I want to wish both teams the best of luck. We're streaming on the Flint Hills Live channel and TCT. I'd like to reintroduce a familiar person behind the scenes, made the trip up here. Mindy Andrews on the on the. Good Lord.
Mindy Andrews with the call.
That's what I said. Mindy Hendries on the camera and going to be our technical supervisor. Jason Heath will be our color man, and I'm Justin Carlson to be on the play-by-play. We're going to shift gears here, get you Coach Hayes' weekly press conference, which is every week going to be brought to you by the Council Grove Republican. You're listening to the pregame show on the Flint Hills Live channel and TCT.
Deuce.
This is Justin Carlson, the play-by-play voice of the Council Grove Braves on the Flint Hills Live channel TCT. Our weekly coaches show is sponsored by the Council Grove Republican. I'm excited to welcome your head coach for the Braves in his sixth season, Butch Hayes. Welcome, Coach.
Hey, good to be here.
All right, Coach Hayes, again, thanks a bunch for taking time to visit with me today. The buzz around the football program of the town right now is absolutely incredible. And I've lived here since 1999, and I've never seen this amount of excitement and just energy in the community. Everyone I talk to are asking about the team.
Grasp. When
Defensively, holy.
I saw a team that was.
This is Justin Carlson, the play-by-play voice of the Grove Braves on the Flint Hills Live channel TCT. Our weekly coaches show is sponsored by the Council Grove Republican. I'm excited to welcome your head coach for the Braves in his sixth season, Butch Hayes. Welcome, Coach.
Hey, good to be here.
All right, Coach Hayes, again, thanks a bunch for taking time to visit with me today. The buzz around the football program of the town right now is absolutely incredible. And I've lived here since 1999, and I've never seen this amount of excitement and just energy in the community. Everyone I talk to are asking about the team and the coaching staff and everything else, and the statement that comes out is pretty crazy, is Final Four of the 2A playoffs. What things come into your mind when you hear it, read it, see it, talk about it, about that statement, Final Four in the 2A playoffs, Coach?
Yeah. It's amazing. I can't. I don't know if I've truly grasped what we've done so far. I've been so focused on the next game. We've had tough football games since district. Where we have to be on point. We have to get our guys ready to play at their best, and us coaches have to be mentally folk in doing that. And so I haven't really had time to reflect on it, but when it kind of does, those moments where it kind of hits me a little bit, it just what a great feeling. I feel so proud of what these kids have been able to do, and it's just I can't wait to reflect on it when this is all over. Just have a little bit of time to sit back and just take it all in and just relax. But right now we're just focused on our next football game, and unreal that we're one win away from state, but we're locked in on what we need to do against Nemaha Central.
All right, and kind of shifting gears to last week, defensively, holy cow. I'm going to throw out a couple stats that you obviously are aware of, and of course for the fans listening to this pregame show here in a few days. But defensively against Humboldt, an undefeated team, 10 tackles for a loss, 4 forced turnovers, and 3 sacks, essentially limiting one of the best offenses in the state to basically one big play. What did you see from your defense last week?
I saw a team that was defense that was fast. It was physical. They were locked in from the moment they stepped on the field. And that first touchdown that they got, that 60-yard run, our kids came off and a little bit in the headlights, during the headlights type of deal. But we assured them, hey, we'll be all right, fellas. We'll be all right. And that very next series, we just unleashed the dog, so to speak, and that defense just played outstanding, flying around the football, making plays from every position. You watch that film back and you see guys just flying around. I'd say we're not a fast team, but we look fast Friday night. So, yeah, great performances on that side of the football.
All right, and kind of shifting gears to offensively. And again, seems like it's a consistent thing with you guys is just consistent balance. About 130 yards in the passing game, about 130 yards in the run game. And kind of another highlight that I really haven't mentioned, and it's happened the last couple weeks for those that were obviously aware because they're definitely locked into this team, is Luke on the ground, getting some really crucial yards. And when the play breaks down, he had 8 carries for 47 yards against Silver Lake, 5 carries, 47 yards against Humboldt, and which is the most rushing yards he's accumulated all season long. And did you see something over the last couple, 2-3 weeks? Was it designed, or is the kid just getting more confident in his abilities to expand his game? And kind of what else stood out to you offensively, including Luke's performance on the ground?
It was by design. A couple weeks ago, we decided to. Well, I decided to. Luke is a great quarterback. He only goes about 140 pounds, though. So we wanted to protect him as much as we could. And now we're in the playoffs. We're needing those plays from him. The teams that we're going against have a lot of film on us, and so we have some tendencies that we're aware of, and to break those tendencies, I needed Luke to step up as a runner, and so we designed a couple plays for him to get those opportunities to run the ball, and he's been outstanding with that. He's running fast. He's a quick kid, which we knew, but I don't know if I knew how good a runner he could be, so to speak, in those situations. But man, he looks quick. He looks fast. He's making plays in our running game, and it just adds that extra component the defense we're going to have to prepare for. So we're going to continue to utilize him in the running game and use him as a weapon in that respect. But he's having a great. He's getting out of the negative yardage.
Yep.
When a quarterback gets sacked, it goes against his rush total. So. He hadn't run the ball all season long, so he had a few negative yards built up, and now they're coming down. So we're trying to get him in the positive yardage before that season's out. But, he's doing a great job for us.
Okay, and kind of an oddball thing here, but it's something that's really cool that you guys have been building on, basically the travel warriors. And I know most people love to play at home, the consistency, protecting your house, but there's something special about going into someone's house and ending their season. What kinds of things have you talked about with the guys, and what does it take to keep winning on the road like you guys have done seemingly all season?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't think we were that good of a road team up until the playoffs started. We seemed to not play as well on the road. But I think, starting with the Silver Lake game, the regular season Silver Lake game, I saw a change in our approach to the game, just our attitude. And we didn't win that first game, but I talked to the team about how I love their approach to that game. It was just a weird feeling I got when they stepped off the bus, and since that game, we played road games ever since. They have kind of had that same attitude and confidence that they're going to get the job done, and I think we've just embraced this role as a home team spoiler. We love going on the road. We love to step off the bus, show them what we have, and send them packing and walking back home. And we're taking a long trip home and enjoying ourselves. So it's been outstanding. And I think we kind of embraced this road warrior mentality. And I don't know if we could go back to playing a home game, to be honest with you. I think we've really just enjoyed it so much that it's just part of what we are now.
All right. And you mentioned them. Your Braves will take on Nemaha Central on the road in sub-state round of the 2A playoffs. The winner will advance to the state championships in Hutchinson to face the winner of Southeast Saline or Beloit. That game will occur on Friday, November 29th at 6 p.m., again on the campus of the Hutch Blue Dragons. Nemaha Central comes in as a 3 seed and a 10-1 record, defeating Fredonia, Sabetha in the regional round last week. a last-minute drive to beat Osage City in the sectionals, and it's fair to say that they love to run the ball a ton, and they'll rely heavily on their junior quarterback, Carter Hike, which is a crazy stat, and I had to read it a couple times, carried the ball 48 times against Osage City and had a lot of success. But not to sound too much like a Braves homer, but Nemaha Central and Carter Hike has not seen Council Grove's run defense yet. What do you think about Nemaha Central, and what do you think about the total matchup against the Thunder?
Yeah, like you said, the quarterback is exceptional. He's carry the ball 48 times in a football game is I don't know if I've ever heard that before. Actually, I've never seen it, but they are a team that they are who they are. The offense runs through the quarterback, and they don't try to hide that. And everybody on the field knows who's getting the ball. Everybody in the stands knows who's getting the ball, and that kid still makes plays. So we got a work cut out for us. But like you said, I think we have the best defensive line in the state, to be honest with you. And I know that our athleticism that we have there and our strength is going to be something they haven't seen up to this point. And I expect our guys to make plays, stay mentally focused. I think that's going to be the key. That kid's going to make some plays on us. The quarterback's going to make some plays on us, and we're just going to have to accept that. We can't have a mental breakdown where a 10-yard gain becomes a 60-yard gain. We have to keep our heads about us, know our role, responsibility, and Coach Reddick is going to put these guys in a good position to do that, and we just go out there and play and leave it all on the field. So I think we can do that, and we'll see how the chips fall, but I have confidence in our kids.
All right, Coach Hayes, again, I want to wish you the best of luck as you take on the Nemaha Central Thunder in the sub-state round of the 2A playoffs and a chance to go to state. And to be completely honest, I want to talk to you next week at the exact same time. Good luck, Coach.
You bet. I appreciate it. Thank you.
That was our weekly press conference with head football coach Butch Hayes on the Flint Hills Life Channel and TCT, sponsored by the Council Grove Republican. All right, welcome back, Braves fans, to the pregame show. And again, special thanks to Coach Hayes for taking the time to visit with me each week. And again, shout out to the Council Grove Republican for sponsoring each week's Coach's Show. Your Council Grove Braves, coached by Butch Hayes, and going to set the stage for you for the rest of the playoffs. Obviously, your Council Grove Braves come in as the 13 seed and facing off against Nemaha Central, the 3 seed. With a win, the Braves would play the winner of the Southeast Sicilian Trojans and the Beloit Trojans and a trip to the 2A state championships on Friday night, a week from tonight at 6 p.m. at Hutch, and that will take place at the Hutchinson Blue Dragons Stadium. Updated stats for your Council Grove Braves this season. Starting quarterback Luke Stewart, 1,547 yards passing, 17 TDs on 8 interceptions. Ace Monahan, your senior running back, 1,214 yards on the ground, 21 TDs. Senior Kate Goodell really starting to get into the end zone these last couple weeks. He's upped his total to 426 yards and 6 TDs. Junior Blaze French with 150 yards and 2 TDs. Your receiving leaders, led by senior Landon Doty with 521 yards and 3 touchdowns. Sophomore Mason Samuels with 397 and 6 touchdowns. Kay Goodell, 215 and 2. Levi Waring, 193 and 3. And Ace Monahan with 123 and 4. Your defensive leaders so far this season in tackles, Landon Doty with 87. Hayden Buttrey with 72. Reed Buttrey with 67. David McDiffett with 67. Bradley Dornbus with 60. And Holden Ziegler with 52. Your interception leaders, and Blaze French has made a habit of being very, very busy in the interception department here in the playoffs. He's upped his total to 6. Dylan Ellison's shortly behind at 4. Caden Schmidt with 3. Landon Doty with 2. And 4 other Braves have 1. Sack leaders, Ace Monahan upped his total to 8.5. Landon Doty 4.5. Holden Ziegler with 4. Bradley Dornbos 3.5. Finn Gant with 2. And 5 others with at least 1 sack. Your Council Grove Braves, like we had mentioned before, taking on the Nemaha Central Thunder, coming in with a record of 10-1. In the first round of the playoffs, they beat Fredonia. In the regional round, they beat Sabetha, and last week in the sectionals beat Osage City at Osage City 33-27 on the last-minute drive. offensively, and we're going to be mentioning this kid's name a ton. They are led by number 6 junior quarterback Carter Hike. Passing is 966 and 11 TDs and 3 interceptions, but Hike really makes his way on the rushing totals, 1,966 yards and 35 touchdowns. Last week, and get this stat for those of you that are listening to the pregame show at home, last week he carried the ball 48 times for 300-plus yards and 3 touchdowns. 48 carries. They're not afraid to give this kid the football as many times as it takes. If he gets 4 yards, 4 yards, 4 yards, 2 yards, and then he may break one for 20. So obviously the Council Grove's focus is going to be on number 6, Carter Hike. Coincidentally, when you mention that, they do have a couple other kids that do carry the ball. Number 5, Seitz, number 2, Heineck, and number 10, Strathman. All of their carries have not accumulated to more than 200 yards. Each one of those 3 that have carried the ball have not got to the 200-yard mark in the first 11 games. Some of the receiving leaders, number 10, Strathman, leads with 387 and 4. Number 3, Schmitz with 142 and 1. And number 5, Seitz with 113 and 3. Defensively, a guy you got to have to keep an eye on, number 56, Abram Kime. He is going, again, that's number 56. Keep an eye on him. Even as impressive as the totals are with our stud defensive lineman and backfield on the defensive end, this kid far and away is their guy that gets to the football the most. He's got 142 tackles in 11 games. Some personal feedback here, some things for you guys to keep an eye on where I'm coming from. Carter Hike is the father of Jason Hike, who actually went to my high school at center, and he actually played on the same football team as me. We're getting ready to do the national anthem. Oh, are you read?
No, I was adjusting my headset.
Okay.
I was listening to your story.
Okay, and anyway, he did play on the same football team as a freshman when I was a senior, and so coincidentally, a little bit of history here, and it's always crazy when you start to, get to know, you play different teams and stuff, how small the world actually is when it comes to sports, not only in football, but basketball, softball, baseball, and track, how some way, somewhere or another, you're going to find somebody or know somebody that you knew when you're growing up. So it's kind of neat to watch other kids to have a lot of success at other places. Obviously, got a lot of faith in knowing that Jason raised his kids right, and obviously Carter is going to be somebody we're going to have to keep an eye on, and obviously that would be something that I would be definitely excited about if our Council Grove defense can shut that kid down, because if we do, it gives us a very, very, very good chance to win this football game tonight. I've got to talk about a couple things, and I'm going to shift it over to Jason. Number one, we are on a natural grass field tonight, clear up here in Seneca, Kansas, about 20 minutes from the Nebraska border, and it's a natural grass field, and to be honest with you, it's probably one of the nicest grass surfaces that I've seen, aside from a golf course. It's absolutely beautiful. It's going to probably be in the upper 30s by the time we get to kickoff towards the end of the game, and the wind is not blowing at all. And as Jason and I always mention, it's the wind's blowing straight down, so just perfect, ideal conditions for a football game here towards the end of November. And I'm just definitely excited to get this thing going, and I know the kids, players, and coaching staff are ready to get this thing going as well. And we had mentioned about 5 minutes ago, the stands on the visitor side, we're sitting on the east side looking west, and the fans on the west side we're bringing a lot of people from Morrison and Wabaunsee County in here. There are a ton of Council Grove fans, and they keep filling in here as we go. So for those of you listening at home, should be a very, very fun night for football, and I'm super excited to get it rolling. And apparently they're just doing an emergency broadcast test, or is that their emergency broadcast test to bring on the Nemaha Central Thunder?
I think,
all right.
I think that's what brings them out. Yeah, it sounded like a emergency announcement on TV. Yeah, the Braves fans are filtering in here. Beautiful facility. We watched both teams warm up. This is gonna be what we like to call a rock fight in a telephone booth. These offensive and defensive linemen on both sides, and we know about the Council Grove defense, but Nemaha Central they got some big dudes up there. They got some speed up there. Two-time defending state champions in 2A. They play very well on the line on both sides of the ball. Now, last week, that game against Osage City was tied 27-27 late in the game. Nemaha Central had to drive down the field after Osage gave it up on a fourth down to go down to get the winning score in that football game. Now, we know we don't need to rehash old wounds, but we know what happened at Osage City and who had the lead with 9 seconds to play in that game and played just as tight a football game over there at Osage City. So I don't know. You can go out in the alley and flip a coin and might have better luck at picking who can win this thing. I think the matchup for Council Grove and for Nemaha is as tough as it gets right here. Nemaha wants to run the ball primarily with their quarterback, and Council Grove does not like to let you run the football. So the clock's running here, it's down to about 8 minutes and 30 seconds till game time. I think they're lining up to do the national anthem, so maybe we ought to check it out and come back and raise the level of excitement here right before kickoff.
All right, and thank you, Jason. And we're about set and ready to go here, and we're going to get away here for the national anthem. You're listening to the pregame show on the Flint Hills Live channel and TCT.
The Deuce.
Homegrown tomato. They are your source for locally grown produce and all the gardening essentials. You can't beat their customer service and expertise. Bring in the family and create some memories at Grove Gardens. Supporting all of our Braves teams. Let's go Braves! The Becura Family Automotive Shop has you covered from oil changes to tire alignment to engine repair. The team has many years of experience to keep you on the road. If you find yourself in need of a tow truck, just give them a call at 620-767-2198. The H&R Block Tax Professionals are here to meet all your tax needs. Let these experts give you a peace of mind. Call and place an appointment with them today. You can find them located at 316 West Main in Council Grove. Need help navigating the real estate market? Give a local Council Grove Realty or Lakeside Property Realtor a call today. They are members of the Flint Hills Association of Realtors assisting in residential, commercial, and ag sales. Visit cglakeside.net or councilgroverealty.com and see what a local realtor can do for you.
Steve Crichton is your local State Farm agent in Council Grove with a mission to help people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Steve offers many types of insurance including auto, home, life, and health. Find him downtown Council Grove or find him online at stevecrichton.com. He and his team always are supporting our Braves.
Shortstop in Council Grove is a proud supporter of the Council Grove Braves. They provide the convenience you need and the service you deserve. With easy to pay at the pump, gas and diesel, and great deals inside, you can't go wrong. Be sure to pick up a delicious pizza before or after the game. They hope to see you in one of their many locations in eastern Kansas. Let's go Braves!
Have you heard? The Ray's Apple Market app is the best way for shoppers to receive savings every time they come into the store. No more searching for coupons. Ray's Apple Market bringing the rewards right to your mobile device. Download the app and claim as many coupons as you want with one simple scan. The Ray's Apple Markets are modern stores with old-fashioned service. Come check out what makes these hometown, family-owned grocery stores special, where quality brought you in and service brings you back.
Farmers and Drovers Bank is ready to meet all your banking needs. From mobile banking to in-person friendly customer service, Farmers and Drovers is your premier bank with 3 locations plus 2 ATMs to make your banking experience convenient.
Moonlight Trucking wants to assist you with all of your automotive needs. They can get you back on the road. They operate in big truck repair as well as car, pickups, and ag equipment. Give Oscar a call at 620-767-5499 and he'll be ready to help you. They are open from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, ready to serve Council Grove and all the surrounding areas. Always watching and rooting for our Braves.
The Tire Shop north of Council Grove is your one-stop shop for all your vehicles maintenance needs, offering tire and oil services for cars, trucks, tractors, and even ATVs. With hundreds of tires in stock, the Tire Shop is here for you.
Chiropractors diagnose and treat common spinal misalignments, which can occur from lifestyle or injuries, causing pain, discomfort, and degenerative conditions. Visit the DHC Chiropractic Clinic in Council Grove to treat pains in your neck, back, and other areas like wrist, hip, and shoulder. They can help with injuries from sports or accidents. Most insurance accepted along the discount programs. Call 620-767-5860 to book an appointment today. Let's go Braves.
All right, welcome back. Excellent job end up not rocking the band for the national anthem, brought in about 4 or 5 young ladies that sang the national anthem a cappella here in Seneca, Kansas, and they did an excellent job. I'm going to kick it back over here to Jason, and then we'll bring it back, and we'll get you the coin toss and get you set for game time.
Well,
Jason.
let's talk a little bit about what happened today, getting these boys ready to leave Council Grove. It was incredible. They changed the route of the bus coming out. They took a little longer route and came down Main Street. We saw some pictures from on Main Street. We were actually positioned up by the baseball fields on the north edge of town, and it was chaos on our end. We had smoke bombs, air horns. Luke Stewart's dad won. He's been winning Fan of the Year all year, and he did it again. He was painted, shirtless, painted with the CG on his chest with a football helmet on, waving a flag riding a four-wheeler. I mean, it was amazing. And it kind of, one of the things, we're obviously in uncharted water here. We've never made it out of the second round of the state playoffs, so just to see the change, the excitement around football. Every town gets behind their team, no matter how good or bad they are. And when your team finds this kind of success, you can really feel that the shift in culture and some of the things that go into playing in these big football games. So it was very exciting. Since we've been here, it's been great. We were uptown and got something to eat and talked to some of the folks and around that were residents and they have a kind of a different, like we mentioned, they have a different culture. They're playing for a three-peat. They've won the last 2 2A state titles in 2A. So kind of a tale of two different teams. We're the 13 seed. We are kind of playing on house money. We've won some incredible games. We've peaked at the right time. Council Grove's playing incredible defense, incredible football all over the field. And Nemaha Central is kind of like, well, there's another game next week until we, get to the end and we win another state title. So kind of two different cultures here in this football game. We've met Nemaha Central, I believe, in a JV contest. We found out never in a varsity contest, and obviously never at this point in the playoffs. So the teams have broken the did you catch all the
Yep, I got it all. Yep,
Yep.
Nemaha Central end up winning the coin toss. They elected to defer to the second half, so that means Nemaha Central will be kicking off to your Council Grove Braves, and Council Grove will be receiving at the north end zone and going, as you're listening and watching, from right to left. So basically north to south. One thing that I need to mention to everyone here, and based on what Jason was saying, was the fact that at this point in time, as well as Council Grove is playing, and when you're on a roll like this, and one thing that Jason and I talked about and talked to a little bit with Coach Hayes there, if you missed the pregame interview with him, was the fact that kind of the road warrior mentality, basically being able to go get on a bus, travel 3 hours to Caney, an hour and a half to Silver Lake, 2 hours to Humboldt, and basically go on somebody else's field and end their season in their own house. And you've been able to continue to play. So I would assume that this is not going to be any different. You're going to come up here to Seneca, Kansas on a bus and basically shock the house, shock the world, shock the state, and then going to go basically in Nemaha Central season.
Yeah, we're going to try to do it right here. Braves got Ace Monahan, Levi Waring back deep. We know Nemaha Central doesn't really have a weakness. They do things well in the special teams. They're big up front on both sides of the line of scrimmage, and they're well coached, and obviously a great tradition of winning state titles. And Braves would like to go get them one, and it starts right here. If you're going to go get one, you're going to have to come into their house right here, and you're going to have to end their season.
Levi Thomas for Nemaha Central set to kick off from the 40. Gets away one end over end. It's going to be picked up by Cade Goodell. Gets across the 30, and he's going to be met and driven back. He's able to get up to about the 32, 33-yard line, so Braves will have it 1st and 10 for their first possession.
If Cade wasn't awake, he is now. Yeah, they were running downhill, and they're fired up. Braves Braves a little, you know, you try to read body language a little bit, and I know they're super focused. They've got a very workmanlike. They're on a business trip mentality. So let's hope this offense is ready for some sparks.
One split to the far, one split here to the near side. That's Doty. Stewart, handoff inside. Ace Monahan has a little bit of a seam, and it closes quickly. Did you see that, Jason? There's a hole there for about a half a second, and it closed. Give him about 1 yard on that carry.
Yeah, 56, who we talked about in the pregame at middle linebacker. He doesn't give you a lot of room to run inside. Coach Hayes will. He'll give a little, as we know, he'll give a little taste of number 4 in that run game on the edges, and then he'll start to get them off balance with the passing attack. If they had a weakness, it would be in their defensive backfield. Osage City was able to go downfield on them.
Stewart, 5-step drop, looking pass over the far side's caught by Mason Samuels, the sophomore, reaches out dangerously, but he already had it. Good pick up there from sophomore to sophomore for about 12 yards on the pitch and catch.
Yep, and that was one thing we focused on at a couple different times in the season when we've really needed it, and when we wanted to show a change of pace, we wanted to get the ball out quick, you get it to Mason Samuels, 34, big target, 205 pounds, and sophomore to sophomore right there to pick up the first down.
46-yard line for the Braves. Stewart claps his hands, lead play to the left side. Ace Monahan gets himself forward, shoves himself in there, is going to pick up a couple, going to bring up 2nd 8. Getting that ball out to about the 47-yard line. So it's like running between the tackles might be a tall order.
It's a tall order, but it opens up the rest of this offense. And Coach Hayes has never gone away from kind of who he is. He's going to run. He's going to run Monahan, and he's going to treat it like Novocaine. You just keep using it, and eventually it's going to work.
Exactly right. Got twins here to the bottom of your screen, Waring and Hayden Buttry. Luke's going to talk to Ace and kind of finalize the play. He's in the pistol, claps his hands. Play action pass is going to be Ace around that right side, ducks it in and gets across midfield out to about the 49-yard line in Nemaha Central Territory. So a very manageable 3rd down and about, see where they spot it. I didn't like that spot, Jason, but we're going to have to take it. It's going to bring up 3rd down and a long 6.
Yeah, he got it across the 50. I mean, 3rd and 5 here. You want to get part of this if you're thinking about being a riverboat gambler. I just don't know if Coach Hayes early in the game what he's thinking right here. I know he'd just like to pick it up, or he'd like to get up some bigger chunks here on 3rd down.
Stewart, 5-step drop, looks to the right, looks across the middle, and he is going to fall incomplete. Had Levi Waring and Ace Monahan almost seemingly running the same route, and almost looked like they clipped each other's feet on a ball that might have been catchable. Looks like they're going to bring on the punt team.
Yeah, didn't see old 34 standing wide open about 15 yards down the field, got into a soft spot, and we had 2 receivers in the same area. Looks like Coach Hayes is going to elect a punt, play a little field position here. Like we said, this could be a ball game that's played.
And they're going to be a fake pass over here the left side to Hayden Buttry. Cuts back in 40 down to the 37-yard line. What a huge play call from Coach Hayes. A fake punt from the 49-yard line. Senior to senior, what a play.
The riverboat gambler, Butch Hayes. Some say he's related to Seth Hayes, the founder of Council Grove. So Coach Hayes, he's going to – I like it. Let it all hang out. We're on the road. We're 4 games into the playoff. Let's let it all hang out. We're not going to leave anything on the field.
Absolutely not. You can't take cool plays home with you in the offseason. Man in motion is Doty. Going to be a play action pass on the jet sweep over the middle, intended for Mason Samuels, and that pass kind of sailed a little bit on Luke, but he had a lot of pressure up the middle from that big defensive front of Nemaha.
Pretty good coverage. It looked like they had him bracketed. They're definitely, they know where 34's at. They're probably gonna get more and more aware if they see, even if we don't go to him, if they see that he's open continually. So Stewart wearing 2 gloves tonight. It's a little cool on the old fingers. So we'll see if that affect. No, actually Luke took the throwing glove. He took the throwing glove off. It looks like after pregame.
Handoff right side, goes Ace Monahan across the 35, gets down to maybe about the 34-yard line, is able to pick up a couple. Going to bring up third down and about 7. We're going to call it 8, and we're going to have an injury, and that is Monahan. And, oh, boy.
Yeah, that's Ace. I can't tell based on how he went down if he just got the wind knocked out of him. He hasn't really – he's moving around. He's obviously he may have caught a helmet in an undesirable spot. Not quite sure. Lifting his legs up there. They'll get him some air. We hope he's all right. Ace has been super durable all season, and he goes down early here. Trainer's out there with him.
We'll go ahead and sneak out here, get some time for our sponsors, and when we come back, Braves will have it 3rd and 8, 8:33 left on the clock. You're watching Braves football on the Flint Hills Live channel at TCT.
The Deuce.
Always the #1 priority. The Flint Hills Rural Electric Cooperative is proud to support its Braves athletes. Go Braves! For over 100 years, Citizen State Bank has gone the extra mile for its customers, providing big bank amenities while knowing their customers by their first name. Stop in today at any of their 7 locations or check out their services online at extramilebank.com.
All right, welcome back, Braves fans. Great to see the medical staff came out there and got Ace Monahan fixed back up, and he was able to jog, not walk off the field, jog off the field, so he'll be in good shape. So, 3rd down and 8, one set here on the near side, and Mason Samuels has single coverage down here at the bottom of your screen. Keep an eye on him. Claps his hands. Stewart looking right side. Decide to go ahead and tuck it back, looking, tries to send Mason deep, does throw it, and it is incomplete. So, one thing, Jason, is going to bring up 4th down and 8, but one thing that between Mason and Samuel, or Mason and Luke, their relationship in the future, the moment that Mason turns that out route, no help over the top, in the future, they're going to know that he's going to go deep.
He wanted him to go, and I think you let Mason redo that. I think all of a sudden he went, oh, yeah, like Luke was running out of time quickly. But, if he turns that up, that big target, big, tall target, he's going to be able to put some air on that and really make some hay on those broken plays.
All right, here we go. 4th down and 8, huge play of the game. 5-step drop. Stewart looking over the middle, and it is caught by Samuels. Samuels got to the 25, and that will be good enough for a 1st down. So back-to-back plays, 4th down plays, one from Ace Monahan to Hayden Butchery. This time Luke Stewart to Mason Samuels pick up 2 4th down plays on the same drive.
I know. Braves keeping this first drive alive. A lot of clock ticked away here. 8:56 to go in this first quarter. Braves have had the ball all the way, and they're putting together a heck of a drive. And that big target, they're playing a little zone. Mason Samuels doing work.
Going to have movement, and Luke got away with one. Handoff, and he goes ahead and keeps it over the middle, and it is intercepted at the 5-yard line, and he's going to be tackled. Not able to get back to the 20, but tackled by Levi Waring. So, little play action. Stewart was looking for Levi Waring, and
he threw it behind him. Looked like to me. Looked like he didn't get it far enough out in front, and I think Levi Waring right now is the player of the game for making that tackle where he did on that interception.
All right, so first chance that we'll be able to see the Carter Hike, number 6, and the Nemaha Central offense. Empty backfield, twins to the far side, so here's a pass. Far side, it's going to be caught. He's able to spin his way forward and get close to a 1st down on that pickup, and kind of a little bit of a feeling of a little bit of Osage City, just get it out to the boundary and get on that field and go.
Yep, if they watched a lot of film on that game, which that would be a common opponent, I'm sure they did, they're going to try to get the ball out quick.
Going to be a QB keeper up the middle as Hike, and he is going to spin his way forward. Not much there. Great job up front there by the defensive front. First man there looked like it was going to be, is that Hutchison?
It's
Big Hutch.
A big Hutch right over the ball, and he didn't give them much room to run in there. They'll have Ziegler over the ball. They'll move them in and out. Ziegler sometimes will play on the end, but Council Grove's defensive front's going to hopefully cause him a lot of trouble up there, and they're going to have to come up with some other way to move the ball.
Hike got a running back. Is going to go ahead and go in motion here to the near side. Going to go ahead and call his number again, try to get it up the middle, and again, short gain on that play. Tackled there by Hayden Buttrey, so it's going to bring up a big third down, depending upon where they spot it. We'll see where they spot it. Did pick up a couple 2-3, so it's going to bring up a big 3rd and 5. Obviously, they don't get it. I assume it's going to be going to be punt formation for Nemaha.
You'd like to think Nemaha more, from what we know, a little more traditional style of football. You'd think they would punt early like this if Braves can get them off the field here. This is huge.
Hike rolls out to his right, looking to pass, looking. Here comes the pass, hit immediately by Blaze French, but based on the spot, it is going to be good enough for a first down. So Hike's thrown the ball a couple times and picked up some good yardage on both of them. So we're going to have play is okay, here we go.
French was just not able to get there to get his hand in there. He was right on top of it, but not able to break it up and cause the incompletion. So ball's short of the 40. Braves playing that tight coverage on the outside, tackling pretty well. They're going to get him outside the pocket when they want to throw. So
Hike, QB keeper along that right side, breaks one tackle, is not able to break the second one. Gets out to about the 43-yard line, pick up a couple on that play. He's going to bring up second down.
Holden Ziegler had his fingertips on him to bring him down for a 2-yard loss, and he just slipped out of his reach. And if Holden decides to take over this football game, and we all know he can, and they give him any space in there.
Going to have encroachment or offsides on the defense, so going to go from about a 2nd and 6 to about a 2nd and 1, and a lot of times at all levels when you have 2nd and 1 on this part of the field, this is probably one of those opportunities where you might see somebody take a shot here.
Yeah, this is a spot, 2nd down, short yardage. You might try for a big play, and Nemaha does just like to matriculate it down the field, though. They like to run the ball, with their quarterback. Huge offensive front for Nemaha Central.
Hike got a man in motion. Going to be a QB keeper, dances his way through, is able to get the first down by about a yard just across midfield. So a new set of downs for the Thunder. 4:44 left to play in quarter number 1.
He gets those feet moving, and he's a little twitchy with those feet. He gets them, moves them, keeps them moving, and he's able to move laterally, and he's hard to tackle. So Braves had their work cut out for him all night, especially those linebackers coming up, having to make all those tackles.
Twins to the far side, Twins here to the near. Empty backfield, man in motion. It's going to be a jet sweep along that far side. He's got some room, but great job by the Council Grove defense, not letting him go anywhere, and that looked like that might have been a loss on the play. Great job there by the defense.
He got a spot into territory I didn't think he ever got to, but
whoa.
Yeah,
he
gave him to the 52. He may have stepped back at one point when he thought he was going to get hit. But at any rate, the Braves close it down quickly on the edge with the jet sweep. So brings up 2nd and 9. Braves would love to drop him for a loss and get him into 3rd and really long.
I want to see the punter. Trips hitter to the near side, one split to the far. Hike has one running back to his right. Going to roll out here to the right, looking to pass. Looking, thinking about he's going to go ahead and tuck it and run. Goes right at Reed Buttrey, and they shove each other out of bounds, but not before Hike, depending upon the spot. Looks like he got down to the 35-yard line. Good enough for a first down, so they might look like design rollout passes, but I think it's just an opportunity to try to get number 6 out in space and run the football.
Yeah, well, they get him out in space, and he probably does have the option if he sees somebody come open, but primarily to give him some space to read those blocks and to run the football. And they're not going away from anything anything we didn't already know that they were. And the Braves on those edges, they're gonna, Reed Buttrey's gonna have to, and his brother, they're gonna have to close those edges off.
Pass over there to the far side, and he is going to be spin off one tackle, spin off another. We got a flag on the play, and finally get thrown down at about the 16-yard line.
Hopefully
Blaze
that's
French.
a hold.
And, yeah, hopefully it's downfield pass, offensive pass interference in that. reception goes to Caleb Strathman. Wait for the signal, but as of right now, play that gets all the way down to about the 15-yard line. So we'll have to wait and see. The penalty flag is at the 20, and it's against the Braves.
Face mask,
so must have spun him. So in high school, you get the result of the play plus the yardage, so it's going to be first down and 10. Ball clear down to the 7-yard line. And I apologize, Jason. I'm going to have to lean over you.
Yeah, we got one little spot we can't see in that corner.
Trips to the far side for Hike. Going to call his own number on the right side. Sets his feet in the ground, shoves his way forward. Hutchison drags him down, but not before he gets all the way down to about the 2-yard line. Second and goal for the Thunder.
Yep, they've got a very well developed running attack, and he's in it again in the shotgun, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Nemaha Central. And man, what a drive! Both teams put together impressive drives. Braves just happened to turn the ball over. So, as we know, Council Grove learns a lot, adjusts a lot with the defense as these games wear on, and I think based on what they saw there, you'll probably see Council Grove make a few tweaks to that defense. Nemaha Central line up for an extra point here.
Levi Thomas is going to be your kicker for Nemaha Central. Here's a snap, hold, kick is up, and it is. Both officials look at each other, and it is good. So 2:44 left to play here in quarter number 1 of the Sub-State Championships. Thunder lead your Braves 7-0. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Braves football on the Flint Hills Live channel and TCT.
The Deuce.
Morris County Hospital has served its residents for 71 years with state-of-the-art equipment and emergency services. MCH takes great pride in serving the healthcare needs of our community. Find out more about their doctors, clinics, convenient care, imaging, rehabilitation, surgical services, and much more on their website, mrcohosp.com.
All right, thank you. Welcome back, Mindy. Thank you, Mindy. All right, here we go. 2:44 left to play here. Braves again trail 7-0. But on their first drive, put together a really, really nice drive. Need to get a good kickoff return here. Put something together and try to tie this ball game up. Kick is end over end. Is going to pop up there on the far side. Is able to pick it up over there in the middle and is able to get out to the 30-yard line. So pretty good field position there on the return by Waring, and just kind of took a funny hop for him. So Braves second possession.
Yep, the Pooch kicking it kind of down the middle, getting the ball on the ground, making it hard to field the ball. Get kind of close off some of the big momentum plays if you can make it difficult to field it and kind of slow the thing down for your coverage unit. But Braves run the offense out there for possession number 2.
One split to the far, one split here to the bottom of your screen, and that is Doty. Stewart's got Monahan to his right. It's going to be a counter pitch inside. Cade Goodell, and he's going to spin off of a tackle there by Hike, but a good play on first down. Going to pick up about 7. And I tell you what, I really, really like that play to Goodell.
Yeah, I love that play because if you screw that play up, which has happened once, it's a forward pass, it's incomplete, and you really get that. You get a little bit of that counter action. You get everybody going one way, and you have Goodell coming back with a head of steam the opposite direction. And when he finds a lane to run in, that's a dangerous spot.
Call it second down and 4. Stewart claps his hands. Going to be a lead play on that right side. Monahan's got a little bit of room to run, and he's going to be shoved back. But depending upon the spot, it's going to be really, really close to that first down, and the official on that far side waves the chain gang on. They're going to go ahead and give us. And I tell you what, on both sides, they've been really generous with the spots here tonight.
Yeah, they have. I thought that was maybe a football or 2 footballs further than he got, but we'll take it either way. And it seems that they've been doing that both ways, so it's not doesn't seem to be one-sided, put it that way.
All right, here we go. Same formation for the Braves. Wearing to the far side. Doty here at the bottom. Stewart, Monahan, straight 5-step drop, looking pass, and it's going to be caught by Cade Goodell. Breaks one tackle, spins his way forward. So good pitch and catch there from Stewart to Goodell. Is able to shake off a tackler. Is able to get out for about 4 or 5 yards there on first down.
Yep, having some success in that pass game and turning it into a run game. Getting the ball out relatively quick. Braves would love to have 4 yards on first down all night. Clock running, 1:06 to play first quarter, and Braves starting to get a little something cooking here, working the drive, and you just got to pay these things off.
All right, here we go. Stewart's got 2 in the backfield with him. Cade Goodell to his right. Monahan in the eye. It's going to be a play-action pass over there, and it's going to be intercepted again. And thankfully, Jason, he slipped and fell, because if he would not have slipped and fallen, it might be 13-0.
Yeah, because Luke just didn't have quite enough air under that. He had Samuels breaking out of his route, and he was going to just try to teardrop it into him, you could tell, and he threw it a little flat. Route was jumped, and Nemaha Central's got the ball in excellent field position at the 45, and now the Braves defense is really needing to knock that football loose. They need a big play.
That interceptor was Jade Mackey. Carter Height going to go ahead and tuck it, looking. Now he's going to try to tuck it and run, and he's going to be dumped for about a 1-yard loss. So about the time that you called for it, Jason, where the defense needs to step up and make a play and help out that offense. That's a great way to start there. 1-yard loss.
Yeah, 1-yard loss on the play, and man, Council Grove needs to, however they adjusted there, whatever needs to be done, they're going to have to stop giving up 3-4 yards on those run plays. They're going to have to stop him at the line of scrimmage or drive him backwards.
And it appears that look like Nemaha Central is going to be content with going to the quarter break, and we'll flip ends and only have to walk about 10 steps here, and we're going to be changing directions. So end of quarter number 1 at the Sub-State Championships here in Seneca. The Thunder 7, Braves 0. You're watching Braves football on the Flint Hills Live channel and TCT.
The Deuce.
Covered for all your internet, streaming TV, and telephone needs with fast, reliable fiber broadband services. TCT is an authorized agent for Nextech Wireless with retail offices in Council Grove, Abilene, and Hillsboro. Visit tctelco.net for more information. Adams Home Store has been family-owned and operated since 1969. They offer construction services for custom homes, outbuildings, boat docks, and more. Adams carries supplies for farmers and ranchers and has a big inventory of grilling, boating, and camping accessories. Located at 203 East Main in Council Grove, go Braves! The weather in Kansas is infamous as unpredictable. Services Unlimited Heating and Cooling is ready to help you prepare for the upcoming season. Located on East Main and Council Grove, they are ready to support you with all your heating and cooling needs. Offering competitive pricing and specials, Services Unlimited Heating and Cooling is here for you, supporting your Council Grove Braves and wishing them the best this season.
All right, thank you, Mitty. Start of the second quarter. 2nd down and 11 for the Thunder. Now heading to the south. Trips here to the bottom of your screen. Cooper Height going to go ahead and pitch it here to the far side, and he's got a whole bunch of Braves coming towards him. He's able to get across the 45 down to about the 44-yard line. So here comes a big 3rd down, Jason.
Yep, it's 3rd and 9, and this will be a head scratcher. If you can keep this 3rd and long, they may want to play field position. You may be able to get them to give the football up here, but it's going to take a huge play. They're spreading us out, trying to create those running lanes, making it as difficult as possible.
All right, here we go. Hike with the snap, going to roll to his right, looking to pass. Got some pressure against him. He's going to have to get rid of it. Stay in front of him. Changes.
Oh, yeah!
What a play. What a huge play by Landon Doty. Drops him clear back on the other side of the 50, back to the 40, and that's going to bring up 4th down in Manhattan. I'm guaranteeing we're going to see the punter. What a play.
We'll see the punter there, and that's exactly what the Braves needed. This football team gets their momentum on the defensive side of the ball. When they make a big play, when something like that happens, you can kind of wipe away some of the mistakes if you've made a few during the game, because the defense can get the offense rolling. And to bring the punter out here, you didn't want to go down 2 scores. Get the football back is huge.
All right, here we go. Set to punt is Thomas. Thomas gets the punt away, and it is end over end, and they're just going to let it bounce. It's going to take a Nemaha roll on the side of the football, roll down to about the 27-yard line. So the Braves will have it. Set up shop here, 10:30 to go here in the second quarter, trailing by a touchdown.
Yep, with 10:30 to go, we're trailing. But as we know, sometimes Council Grove can, you get on the bus. You got these road games. You got an uncommon opponent. We haven't played Humboldt a lot in the past. We've never played Nemaha. Sometimes you got to get in the flow of the game. It's cold out there. We're not cold. We're in the box, but it's cold. It looks cold out there.
Split backs for Stewart. One split to the far, one split to the near. Here's a play. Going to be a handoff, a play action pass, and it is going to be incomplete. So I apologize for that. Great fake by Stewart. They were going to go for Doty on the far side, and miscommunication between Doty and Stewart. Stewart wanted him to basically go by him and look for the deep route, and Doty just turned and stopped. So not exactly sure what happened on that route.
Yeah, little miscommunication early. We don't know. Coach Hayes might have put in a bunch of new stuff just for this game. Guys still settling in a little bit, but they'll find it here somewhere. We'll find some magic in this offense.
Two split to the far side, one split to the near. That's Doty. In the backfield is Monahan and Stewart. Claps his hands, handoff left side. A little bit of seam there for Monahan, and he is going to be met by number 56, Kime. But he's able to pick up a couple. It's going to bring up a big third down, and one thing you'd like to do is try to keep this drive alive after you turned it over with the interception. You stopped them, forced a big punt, but the last thing you want to do is turn around and give the ball right back to them.
Yeah, and we thought this game could be just a field position battle. Punt, 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 back and forth to each other. And Braves obviously giving up a touchdown on that first drive. It's starting to look a little more like the teams are settling in. But yeah, like you said, Braves love to keep this drive alive.
Safety help over the top here for Samuels at the bottom of your screen. Stewart looking to that left side, goes ahead and gets rid of it, and it is going to be incomplete. So, again, kind of another situation where Doty stopped on the route and Stewart threw it to the boundary. So, last couple throws over there to the far side, to the Council Grove side of the field, fell incomplete. Just both a quarterback and the wide receiver not on the same page, going to bring out the punt unit.
Yep, Council Grove's going to punt it, bring that defense back out there. And
number 10, Strathman, for Nemaha Central, set back to return this, and Caden Schmidt's going to come in as the gunner here on the near side. So Ace Monahan needs to get a good one here, pin him deep, flip the field. Monahan gets away one, and it's going to be caught, and he's going to return it. Is Strathman, breaks one tackle, and then it's going to be submarined right at the 40-yard line. David McDiffit on the tackle.
Yeah, old 26, David McDiffit. He's a special team specialist. Makes a lot of tackles in that punt game. Kickoff return game. I'll tell you what, Braves, they've now it's basically none of that happened. It's back here roughly where we sacked him. If we could sack him again, or we can cause a turnover and just keep grinding away at this field position, we get ourselves in a spot where we can go score.
Trips to the far side. Carter's going to call his own number, and he's going to go on that left side and get a huge run. Picks up about 9 on first down, just shy of the 50-yard line. So went to the short side of the field, and a whole bunch. And I wonder if – do you see old Braun Fry and the wide receiver Strathman were over there having a communication about things?
They were having a conversation.
Hopefully it was a positive one. Didn't
exchanging addresses for Christmas cards.
Apparently so. All right, here we go. Second down and 3 for Nemaha Central. Hike got trips to his right. Going to call his own number along the left side. Another big hole. Spins his way forward across the 45. Down to about the 45. Good enough for a first down. So back-to-back runs of about 8 yards, and Nemaha Central's on the charge.
I feel like Nemaha Central's coaching staff, in between the last possessions, when they've had a chance to talk to him, they said, hey, you can't tiptoe into the hole. You've got to run hard. They're not going to give you time to look where you're going to have to run to a spot and get through where your blocking's supposed to be. And he's definitely starting to run downhill. Braves are going to have to clean that up.
Along that left side again, breaks one tackle, is not able to break the other one, so he's going to fall down to about the 43-yard line. So, like I'd mentioned at the pregame, if you missed it, last week against Osage City, number 6, Carter Hike, carried the ball 48 times. And to be honest with you, I'd have to count it up, but I'm thinking he's at least at 15 right now already here in the first half.
Yeah, and there's 8 minutes and 5 seconds clock rolling, second quarter. Game flying by, everything on the ground, and keeps that clock rolling. So it's going to be a limited possession ball game. Braves need to figure something out here.
Empty backfield, man in motion to Strathman, and he's going to be a QB keeper by Hike, just ripping his way forward across the 40. Going to bring up a big third down for the Braves. Looks like where they're going to spot it, looks like about a 3rd and 5. Be kind of curious if it's going to be 4-down territory for Nemaha Central on this one.
I would guess at this position on the field, these guys are 4 downs all the way. You're going to have to stop them. You're going to have to stop them on 4th down if you want the football back once it crosses the 50.
Clock winding here under 7:20. Nemaha Central taking their time on this play here, knowing how big it is, to try to keep this drive alive. Trips to the far side, one single split here. Hike claps his hands, play action pass, and he's going to have a ton of pressure. And that's Monahan, rips and throws him down. And there we go again. First one, it was Landon Doty. Now it's Ace Monahan. What 2 back-to-back great plays by your seniors.
Yep, and you know, Coach Reddick, he dials up that pressure. You never know when they're going to be more aggressive with that. And look at this. Forced them back far enough, they are going to punt the football.
Thomas set to punt here. I'd like to see maybe between Doty and Monahan if we can get a little return here, try to get some of this field position back and not allow us to get pinned inside the 20. Here's the snap. Thomas gets it away, and it is end over end, and it's going to check up and take a Nemaha Central roll all the way inside the 15 down to the 14. So pretty good punt directionally there by Thomas. Council Grover got to put together a drive, but to be honest with you, this would be a perfect time. March down the field, put together one of those 4, 5, 6-minute drives, get on the scoreboard. And you know what? Heck, let's score a touchdown, get a 2-point conversion, go in halftime 8-7.
I'd like to have a lead at halftime. I don't know, Mindy, what do you think? Halftime lead? We dial that up? Yeah, it's 6:18 on the clock. Braves take over 14-yard line. And, it's going to need to be a long, methodical drive to burn up that clock. But, man, keeping it away from them, getting them to see that we've seen the punter twice, that is huge for that Braves defense.
Doty in motion, and it's going to be a jet sweep on that left side. Doty's got some running room, spins off one tackler, gets clear out to the 25-yard line. What a run for Doty, picking up 11 on the jet sweep.
Yeah,
big play.
Running with conviction, running downhill, and that's, in a game like this, you can't leave anything out there. You don't want to tiptoe. You got to run hard, and Landon Doty showing off the speed right there. And, yeah, Braves starting to get a feel for the game, maybe with the play calling a little bit. Well, I still think our offense can put up a lot of points against this team once we get into a flow.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from our own 25-yard line. One split to the near, one split to the far. Luke Stewart directing traffic over here. Not exactly if it's for show, and nope, it's definitely not for show. Apparently the play that Luke Stewart got, and I tell you what, he is an extremely sharp sophomore quarterback. He didn't like it, and he's going to call timeout, and we'll go ahead and take it with him. 5:36 left to play. Braves with possession and a first down on their own 25. You're watching Braves football on the Flint Hills Live channel and TCT.
The Deuce.
For over 13 years, Schwartweger Auto Sales has sold hundreds of cars in the Counts Grove area. If you're in the market for a vehicle, stop by and visit me, or go to my website, cgautosales.com, Car Gurus, or Facebook Marketplace to view my inventory. Give me the opportunity to find you a vehicle that will fit your budget. With my low overhead, I can save you money, and I have financing available. Go Braves!
All right, welcome back, Braves fans. After the Braves timeout, Couch Grove has 2 timeouts remaining, and Nemaha Central has all 3 of theirs. First down here for the Braves. One split to the near. Doty in motion. Going to be a inside handoff to Kay Goodell, and they sniff that one out, and that's going to be about a 3-yard loss. So
the defensive line had us kind of pushed back on that side into where the play was going to need to pass through there, and kind of broke up the timing of everything. And Cade's not able to shake loose. So it's going to be 2nd and 11.
Ball setting on the 24-yard line, far hash. Going to have twins here to the near side. It's going to be your inside receiver is going to be Samuels. Outside receiver is Doty. Going to have Cade Goodell in the slot. Empty backfield for Luke Stewart. Breaks one tackle, bounces around the outside, cuts outside. What a run for Luke Stewart. Wow.
Yep, designed run, ends up stepping out maybe 2.5, 3 yards short of the marker, but big pickup there makes it 3rd and manageable. 4:46. Luke ran out of bounds on the play, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Clock stopped.
So with this 3rd down on the far hash, and you're on your own 33-yard line, your defense is playing well. If this becomes a 4th down and 1, wonder what we decide to do on that one. We've already went for it on 4th down twice in that first drive. We'll have to see. Trips here to the near side, one split to the far. Stewart, play action pass. Goes ahead and brings it down. He's going to try to get to the edge and get that 1st down and absolutely gets clobbered out of bounds. We're going to wait and see if he pops up. And we haven't seen him yet, but it looks like he just sacrificed his body to go get a 1st down.
He did. I think they gave it to him. Yep, he pointed.
First down for the Braves. What a run for Luke Stewart as he came back in the.
He got helicoptered he got hit pretty hard at the sideline there. And I thought I saw him. There he is. Yeah, he's
fine.
He's
Look
jogging
at that.
back out there.
So back-to-back runs from the sophomore quarterback. First one picks up about 6 or 7. The next one picks up the hardest 4 yards of his career, but it keeps that drive alive here. New set of downs for the Braves on their own 35-yard line. Stewart, play action pass, going to go ahead and look to throw it, and it's going to be intended for Hayden Buttrey, but he's kind of upended there. Luke kind of let that one sail and kind of left Hayden hanging out to dry there.
Yeah, he can get his receiver up in the air and get him killed there. That was good that ball fell. That's one of those balls that gets tipped a lot, and then it turns into tip drill, and you don't want to have another turnover, especially at this point in the field with an interception on a play like that. So ball did sail on him a little bit, but Luke I'm sure pretty amped up, and with the cold hands, he was wearing a glove earlier. I know he's maybe having a little trouble gripping that football.
All right, here we go. Handoff left side, Ace Monahan, and he's going to drag about half of the student body wearing purple for about a yard. Tough yard there for Ace Monahan. It's going to bring up 3rd down and a long 8. So be kind of curious. We're near midfield here. Clock winding here near the 4-minute mark. Considering the decisions that are going through Coach Hayes' head right now.
Yeah, you might if you can get close to the marker here, you're almost to the 45. So if it's 4th and short, you might consider it, but you need to get most of it if you're going to go 4th down here.
Trips here to the bottom of your screen, one split to the top. Monahan and Stewart in the backfield. 5-step drop for Stewart, looking across the middle, and it is caught. What a catch by Hayden Buttrey, sliding down at the 46-yard line. What a strike, what a catch for Buttrey. Probably his best of the season.
Yeah, that was incredible route, incredible catch, and a bullet thrown by Stewart in there. So gets it down to the 45-yard line, pick up 1st down. What are we worried about?
Absolutely. We don't have to worry about 4th down.
3rd and long. That was a big one right there. We weren't trying to stop them, but we were trying to pick it up. That was huge. And now we're into Nemaha Central territory.
Clock is winding here. Stewart in the backfield. Going to go with a 5-step drop again. He's going to dump it off on the left side. Monahan, and he is going to be submarine. So went with a little wide receiver screen on the far side, but usually you kind of leak out some wide receivers or pull some linemen over there to kind of give him a little bit of somebody to block for him, but that little running back screen he was all by himself over there with a whole bunch of purple jerseys.
Yep, and Ace can handle himself on the football field, but he can't handle 3 of them.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and 11. Clock still winding here. Braves still do have a couple timeouts. 2:40 left to play. Stewart, 3-step drop. He's going to have a ton of pressure. Great pickup by Monahan. Pass is going to be intended over there on that far side to Hayden Buttry, and thankfully both the defender kind of got his feet tangled up because that almost looked like interception number 3.
Yeah, it was tipped. It was. I think it would have hit Hayden right in the center of that 5 if it isn't tipped, and maybe slightly underthrown. But Braves had him open behind the defense there, and with Stewart's arm, 2:35 to go, clock stopped on the other side. This may be, we always talk about 4-down territory, but we might be in range here where we tried 2 plays to get this.
Twins on the far, twins on the near. Stewart's going to go ahead and do his design run on that left side. Breaks 1 tackle across the 40 and gets shoved out of bounds, depending upon where they spot him at about the 40-39. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 5. They'll need the 35-yard line to continue this drive. So, what in the world are we doing? Hey, yard marker guy. There we go, yard marker guy.
Yeah,
all right.
We're going for it down here. We've on most kickoffs, a team gets it roughly around the 30. So having it down here on the 40, if you have to give it up on downs, I don't think Coach Hayes has got a problem with that because he wants this thing in the end zone.
3rd, 4th down attempt of the game for the Braves. 5-step drop. Stewart looking. Going to dump it off here to Monahan. He's going to have to beat one guy. He stiff arms, shoves his way forward, and is only able to get up to the 38-yard line. And the Braves will come up short, and it'll be a turnover on down. So 2:21 left to play. Nemaha Central will take over on their own 38-yard line and also have 3 timeouts in their left front pocket.
Yep, 2:21 to go here, and that Braves defense can, you can make something happen right here because we've dropped them for some big losses. We've managed to kind of, I'm not saying we're winning the field possession game, but it's been kind of neutral. So Braves will bring that defense back out, and man, but they would love to make something happen here and get this football back.
All right, Hike, quick pass over there to the far side is going to be caught. Breaks 1 tackle, dives forward, and gets out to about the 43-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd down and 5, and I'm sure Nemaha is probably going to be in hurry-up mode here with nearing 2 minutes left to go before halftime.
Would you say they're going to run the 2-minute drill?
Exactly, 2-minute drill. And, by the way, Nemaha Central will get the ball to start the second half. Empty backfield. Hike looking for somewhere to run, and he is going to be dumped, but not before he's able to pick up 2. Going to bring 3rd down and 1. Clock winding here, and still showing a little bit of such urgency, but they still do have 3 timeouts left. I assume that once they kind of maybe get close to the 40, they might use them.
You'd like to drop them for about a 5-yard loss right here and get the football back.
Absolutely. Hike with a 3rd down and a long 2. Going to call his own number on that left side, and he's got it. Going to be drugged down there by Reed Buttry. 1st down, but he will have it at about the 47-yard line. Looks like we're going to have a timeout by Nemaha Central when we come back. 1:23 left to play before halftime. Nemaha leads Council Grove 7-0. You're watching Braves football on the Flint Hills Live channel and TCT.
The Deuce.
Luxonet has spent more than 32 years making marketing simple with great customer service, collaboration, and quality products. From invitations and flyers to business cards, postcards, brochures, and more. Visit LuxonetCorporation.com to learn more about their print and mailing offerings, digital solutions, strategy development, and creative services. To learn more about their print and mailing offerings, digital solutions, strategy development, and creative services. Did somebody say Taco Tuesday? El Rancho Viejo is just the spot for your south-of-the-border cravings with a full menu of made-to-order Mexican cuisine. And don't miss their $1.75 tacos on Tuesdays. Be sure to try one of their famous margaritas while you're dining in. Open 7 days a week. Find them downtown Council Grove.
All right, welcome back. Thank you, Mindy. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Nemaha. Ball sits just on the other side in Council Grove territory at the 48-yard line. Trips here to the near side. Rollout is Hike. He's going to be pressured, and it's going to be caught by number 10, Strathman. What a sideline route and throw. Ball goes clear down to the 37-yard line. New set of downs for Nemaha. And we were just about a half a step late from Doty blowing him up.
Yeah, pressure was coming, and that's the kind of shot. If you can hit him running away from you where he doesn't see you coming, you get that strip sack, and you got a chance to get the football out of his hand.
Trips to the far side. Hike going to roll out to his right, looking, and he is going to spin off one tackle and dive himself forward down to about the 36-yard line. Clock will wind here unless
they called timeout.
They did call timeout. We're going to go ahead and keep it right here, kind of set the stage for you. Hike was able to fall forward for maybe a yard and a half. They're going to call it 2nd down and 9. 1:11 left to play. Nemaha has 1 timeout left, Council Grove with 2. And Jason and I were just talking at the last commercial break how crucial this drive is for their defense. If Council Grove can figure out a way to keep them out of the end zone, keep them off the scoreboard, just based on from what I saw in warm-ups, Thomas, number 8, if he's going to kick, a field goal, it's going to have to be inside a 20-yard field goal, maybe a 15-yard field goal. He doesn't have the leg, of somebody that you can trust anything outside of 20. So their goal here, if you're Nemaha, is they're going to try to get in the end zone. Council Grove stops them here, head down to the locker room. Only trailing by 7 would be huge.
Yep, it would be huge. Right now, coaching staff, they want to get to the locker room 7-0 where they can talk to the guys, look at the iPads, look at a little bit of film that they've watched on this first half and start to make some adjustments.
Trips to the far side, one single split here. We're going to have movement up front. And looking at the right tackle, holding his hands on his helmet, I definitely know who the guilty party is.
Yep, hopefully it's a false start. It is. So that's gonna put them behind the sticks here. It's gonna be 2nd down and 13, 14 yards. Looks like it's closer to 14. So 2nd down, 14, minute 11. They're down to 1 timeout, I believe.
Yep.
They can only stop it one more time, but they do like to roll the pocket and pass towards the sideline. So you gotta think that they're set up to run and manage the clock in these situations. So Braves defense is gonna have to step up here.
Trips here to the bottom of your screen, 1 split to the top. Hike has 1 running back to his right. 5-step drop, looking, going to go ahead and
Ziegler.
Holden Ziegler, and there's going to be a penalty flag. And are they going to call that horse collar?
I don't know where he had hold of him. I couldn't see it, but he came to the ground very quickly, like maybe he did get his hand inside.
So what a huge play, but it might be for naught, and it's going to be an automatic 1st down. Personal foul, horse collar on the Braves. So that will be a automatic 1st down from the point of the flag. Move it up 15 yards. So a drive that looked like it might go in the way of the Braves, because that would have been a 3rd down and a country mile, and now it's going to be a 1st down, clear down to the 32-yard line for Nemaha. So Braves just got to step up and do it again. Here we go.
Do it again. Push them back, and Braves getting some pressure up front. Ziegler put an immense amount of pressure and obviously got to him.
Man in motion coming here to the near side. Hike going to call his own number. Spins off 1 tackle, is not able to spin off the other tackle. Brought down there by Landon Doty, and it will be good enough for a 1st down, so that'll stop the clock right at exactly a minute. As soon as they set the ball, they're going to keep going, and they're going to be in hurry up here. So, okay, here we go. Hike going to let everybody get set. 5-step drop. Going to go ahead and tuck it and run, and he is going to be dropped, spun down inside the 25, and it looks like he's waving his hands to stop the clock, so they'll stop it again with 45 seconds left. So,
yep, 45 seconds. They call their last timeout. So this is going to be now the play calling gets a little more interesting, because you got to, if you're going to still work the middle of the field, you've really got to go fast. And you've got to get 1st downs. If you're going to try and spike the ball, they can get a 1st down at looks like about the 17-yard line. But Braves holding up pretty well here so far. Big penalty. The 15-yarder negated the sack. So with 45 seconds to play, Braves will try to figure out how to maybe get them in the backfield for a loss where they can't stop that clock without getting into a hurry-up mode. You just don't want to let them work the sidelines and start completing passes 4 and 5 yards, nickel and diming you, only using 6-7 seconds off that clock and getting closer to the end zone. You want to get them tackled inbounds if possible.
All right, here we go, Braves fans. Big time drive here for Nemaha Central. Trips here to the bottom of your screen. Rolls out here to the left side is Hike. He's got a man wide open, and he's a little bit comes up short, but nevertheless, not much time ran off the play, or not much time ran off the clock. Still at third down and 6, so that's something to keep an eye on, Jason. If they're not able to get it, there's might be an opportunity for us to get it back and 2 timeouts. So
yeah, we got to get the ball back in 2 timeouts, third down here. You'd think they would go for it no matter what, but if they're content to throw the ball and help you out, they stop the clock again. You're starting to look like you might be able to get it back.
Hike. 5-step drop, dancing over the middle, and it is going to be incomplete. What a play by Hayden Buttrey. And obviously he didn't get his head around Jason, but he was looking at the wide receiver's eyes, didn't touch him, and as soon as he got his hands ready, stuck his arm up to bat it away. What a play by the senior.
It was a great play to not interfere on that. Didn't get his head around, but he was watching him because you could tell the timing of when his arms went up, and it's a big play by the senior. And now they do stop the clock. It's 36 seconds remaining. It's 4th and about 6, a long 6, and Braves stop them here. They got the football.
All right, here we go. Twins here to the near, Twins to the far. Hike directing traffic there in the backfield. Here comes the play, 4th down and 6. Hike breaks away. He's got some looking downfield, looking. And he's still looking, and just heaves one into the end zone, and oh my gosh, almost caught. Holy moly, the Braves dodge a bullet.
But get off the field on 4th down.
Absolutely. Dodge a huge bullet. 24 seconds left. Again, Nemaha will have the ball to start the second half. So 2 timeouts here. If you're Coach Hayes right here, Jason, how aggressive are you going to be? The ball is on your own 23-yard line. You got to go
if you
quite
get
a ways.
If you get a 10 or 15 yarder to the sideline and you don't use one of those timeouts relatively quick and you complete it, I think then you decide maybe you're going to go. But if not, you may start to look and it looks like he's just going to run this thing out. He's not going to take any chances turning the ball over. I thought maybe he'd be a little more aggressive with the first play, but he's not going to. Nemaha can't stop it, and Braves are content to go to the locker room down 7, knowing Nemaha's getting the ball, but feeling pretty good about their defense, I think.
Yep, absolutely. And other than that one drive after the first interception that they marched down the field and scored a touchdown, since then, your Council Grove defense has shut down one of the most prolific offenses in 2A. We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we'll break down the first half and get you set for the second half. And by the way, just for funsies, it is 14-6 in Gibson, Kansas. Southeast of Saline 14, Beloit 6. So 2 tight ball games here for the chance to go to the state championship. You're watching Braves football, the Flint Hills Live channel on TCT.
The Deuce.
Alcogen is a global leader in developing and providing high-performance specialty materials designed to positively impact the environment. If you're looking for an inspiring and exciting career as part of a team who is passionate about its mission, work, customers, and the communities, contact us today, 620-767-5119, or apply online at www.alcogen.com/careers. Located at 415 West Main Street in downtown Council Grove, Route 56 boasts a huge selection of fan gear, accessories, and everything you need to be game day ready. With embroidery, screen printing, and laser engraving services, this little shop does it all. Stop in for a one-of-a-kind piece or get custom apparel decorated to meet all of your needs. Farm Bureau agent Alex Renkey is a proud sponsor of the Braves. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, they treat people like people. Together, they will work with you to write key in Council Grove. It's your future. Let's protect it. Edwards Construction has been family owned for more than 40 years. They have the equipment to handle many projects from residential to commercial and even agricultural jobs, including pond building and cleaning, terraces, watersheds, mulching, rock hauling, and much more. For honest, reliable service, contact Stacy at 785-466-1139. Adams Service Center is your hometown stop, a supporter of the Braves for over 44 years. You can find them at 15 West Main Street in Council Grove. Be sure to ask about their AC checkup or stop in and let us fuel you up for a win today. Go Braves! Located in downtown Council Grove, join Grove Gardens for a wonderful selection of gardening goods, beautiful plants, a juicy peach, or a delicious homegrown tomato. They are your source for locally grown produce and all the gardening essentials. You can't beat their customer service and expertise. Bring in the family and create some memories at Grove Gardens. Supporting all of our Braves teams. Let's go Braves! The Becura Family Automotive Shop has you covered from oil changes to tire alignment to engine repair. The team has many years of experience to keep you on the road. If you find yourself in need of a tow truck, just give them a call at 620-767-2198. The H&R Block tax professionals are here to meet all your tax needs. Let these experts give you a peace of mind. Call and place an appointment with them today. You can find them located at 316 West Main in Council Grove. Need help navigating the real estate market? Give a local Council Grove Realty or Lakeside Property Realtor a call today. They are members of the Flint Hills Association of Realtors assisting in residential, commercial, and ag sales. Visit cglakeside.net or councilgroverealty.com and see what a local realtor can do for you.
Steve Crichton is your local State Farm agent in Council Grove with a mission to help people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Steve offers many types of insurance including auto, home, life, and health. Find him downtown Council Grove or find him online at stevecrichton.com. He and his team always are supporting our Braves.
Shortstop in Council Grove is a proud supporter of the Council Grove Braves. They provide the convenience you need and the service you deserve. With easy to pay at the pump gas and diesel and great deals inside, you can't go wrong. Be sure to pick up a delicious pizza before or after the game. They hope to see you in one of their many locations in eastern Kansas. Let's go Braves!
Have you heard? The Raise Apple Market app is the best way for shoppers to receive savings every time they come into the store. No more searching for coupons. Raise Apple Market bringing the rewards right to your mobile device. Download the app and claim as many coupons as you want with one simple scan. The Raise Apple Markets are modern stores with old-fashioned service. Come check out what makes these hometown, family-owned grocery stores special, where quality brought you in and service brings you back.
Farmers and Drovers Bank is ready to meet all your banking needs. From mobile banking to in-person friendly customer service, Farmers and Drovers is your premier bank with 3 locations plus 2 ATMs to make your banking experience convenient.
Moonlight Trucking wants to assist you with all of your automotive needs. They can get you back on the road. They operate in big truck repair as well as car, pickups, and ag equipment. Give Oscar a call at 620-767-5499 and he'll be ready to help you. They are open from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, ready to serve Council Grove and all the surrounding areas. Always watching and rooting for our Braves.
The Tire Shop north of Council Grove is your one-stop shop for all your vehicles and maintenance needs, offering tire and oil services for cars, trucks, tractors, and even ATVs. With hundreds of tires in stock, the Tire Shop is here for you.
Chiropractors diagnose and treat common spinal misalignments, which can occur from lifestyle or injuries, causing pain, discomfort, and degenerative conditions. Visit the DHC Chiropractic Clinic in Council Grove to treat pains in your neck, back, and other areas like wrist, hip, and shoulder. They can help with injuries from sports or accidents. Most insurance accepted along the discount programs. Call 620-767-5860 to book an appointment today. Let's go Braves.
The Council Grove Republican, founded in 1872, provides you with community and focus articles Monday through Friday that you can't find on social media. Subscribe today at councilgroverepublican.com for as low as 31 cents per edition.
June Cleavers, located at 208 West Main Street in Council Grove, is excited to announce our next venture, Corks and Coffees at the Press Room, a wine and coffee bar. We will be open in the afternoon, featuring delicious beverages and tasty treats. Follow us on Facebook for announcements and updates. Go Braves!
Matt Palmquist with Whitetail Properties is part of an expert team focused on Kansas land sales with local knowledge and national reach. Get the results you deserve. Contact Matt at 785-826-0995. The Apothecary is located downtown Council Grove, is here to serve you for all your pharmacy needs. Their staff is friendly and knowledgeable. The Apothecary accepts most prescription insurance plans, offers free mailing and delivery, as well as a convenient drive-thru. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The service you deserve from the people who care. Let's go, Braves! Flint Hills Rural Electric Cooperative legacy now spans over 84 years. Their commitment to providing reliable, affordable, and safe electrical power to its members has never been stronger. As a cooperative, the safety and welfare of the members is always the #1 priority. The Flint Hills Rural Electric Cooperative is proud to support its Braves athletes. Go Braves! For over 100 years, Citizen State Bank has gone the extra mile for its customers, providing big bank amenities while knowing their customers by their first name. Stop in today at any of their 7 locations or check out their services online at extramilebank.com. Morris County Hospital has served its residents for 71 years with state-of-the-art equipment and emergency services. MCH takes great pride in serving the healthcare needs of our community. Find out more about their doctors, clinics, convenient care, imaging, rehabilitation, surgical services, and much more on their website, mrcohosp.com. TCT has you covered for all your internet, streaming TV, and telephone needs with fast, reliable fiber broadband services. TCT is an authorized agent for Nextech Wireless with retail offices in Council Grove, Abilene, and Hillsboro. Visit tctelco.net for more information. Adams Home Store has been family-owned and operated since 1969. They offer construction services for custom homes, outbuildings, boat docks, and more. Adams carries supplies for farmers and ranchers and has a big inventory of grilling, boating, and camping accessories. Located at 203 East Main in Council Grove, go Braves! The weather in Kansas is infamous as unpredictable. Services Unlimited Heating and Cooling is ready to help you prepare for the upcoming season. Located on East Main and Council Grove, they are ready to support you with all your heating and cooling needs. Offering competitive pricing and specials, Services Unlimited Heating and Cooling is here for you, supporting your Council Grove Braves and wishing them the best this season.
For over 13 years, Schwartweger Auto Sales has sold hundreds of cars in the Council Grove area. If you're in the market for a vehicle, stop by and visit me, or go to my website, cgautosales.com, Car Gurus, or Facebook Marketplace to view my inventory. Give me the opportunity to find you a vehicle that will fit your budget. With my low overhead, I can save you money, and I have financing available. Go Braves!
LuxNet has spent more than 32 years making marketing simple with great customer service, collaboration, and quality products. From invitations and flyers to business cards, postcards, brochures, and more. Visit LuxNetCorporation.com to learn more about their print and mailing offerings, digital solutions, strategy development, and creative services. To learn more about their print and mailing offerings, digital solutions, strategy development, and creative services. Did somebody say Taco Tuesday? El Rancho Viejo is just the spot for your south-of-the-border cravings with a full menu of made-to-order Mexican cuisine. And don't miss their $1.75 tacos on Tuesdays. Be sure to try one of their famous margaritas while you're dining in. Open 7 days a week. Find them downtown Council Grove. Alcogen is a global leader in developing and providing high-performance specialty materials designed to positively impact the environment. If you're looking for an inspiring and exciting career as part of a team who is passionate about its mission, work, customers, and the communities, contact us today, 620-767-5119, or apply online at www.alcogen.com/careers. Located at 415 West Main Street in downtown Council Grove, Route 56 boasts a huge selection of fan gear, accessories, and everything you need to be game day ready. With embroidery, screen printing, and laser engraving services, this little shop does it all. Stop in for a one-of-a-kind piece or get custom apparel decorated to meet all of your needs. Farm Bureau agent Alex Renke is a proud sponsor of the Braves. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, they treat people like people. Together, they will work with you to create a plan that is right for you. Contact your Farm Bureau agent, Alex Renke in Council Grove. It's your future. Let's protect it. Edwards Construction has been family-owned for more than 40 years. They have the equipment to handle many projects from residential to commercial and even agricultural jobs, including pond building and cleaning, terraces, watersheds, mulching, rock hauling, and much more. For honest, reliable service, contact Stacy at 785-466-1139. Adams Service Center is your hometown stop, a supporter of the Braves for over 44 years. You can find them at 15 West Main Street in Council Grove. Be sure to ask about their AC checkup or stop in and let us fuel you up for a win today. Go Braves! Located in downtown Council Grove, join Grove Gardens for a wonderful selection of gardening goods, beautiful plants, a juicy peach, or a delicious homegrown tomato. They are your source for locally grown produce and all the gardening essentials. You can't beat their customer service and expertise. Bring in the family and create some memories at Grove Gardens. Supporting all of our Braves teams. Let's go Braves! The Becura Family Automotive Shop has you covered from oil changes to tire alignment to engine repair. The team has many years of experience to keep you on the road. If you find yourself in need of a tow truck, just give them a call at 620-767-2198. The H&R Block Tax Professionals are here to meet all your tax needs. Let these experts give you a peace of mind. Call and place an appointment with them today. You can find them located at 316 West Main in Council Grove. Need help navigating the real estate market? Give a local Council Grove Realty or Lakeside Property Realtor a call today. They are members of the Flint Hills Association of Realtors assisting in residential, commercial, and ag sales. Visit cglakeside.net or councilgroverealty.com and see.
All right, welcome back, Braves fans. Thank you, Mindy. Halftime. Got about 5 minutes till we kick off the second half. And again, Nemaha Central will be getting the opening second half kickoff, and we'll have their offense out on the field first. Kind of give you a little bit of a summary of that first half. Braves ended up getting the ball to start and end up completing 2 fourth downs, but the drive stalled on a interception. Nemaha Central came back, put together a very impressive drive with a 2-yard touchdown run by Carter Hike. And from that point, both defenses really, truly stepped up. Had another turnover by Council Grove. But one thing that Council Grove has only done in that first half, only trailing 7-0, is they've only punted one time. When they've been able to keep things going offensively, they have been able to move the football. And one thing that I think, to be honest with you, sorry, just got a text message from home. Council Grove is trailing 7-0. Council Grove is trailing 7-0. Hopefully somebody heard that at home. My wife. Anyway, get back to what I was talking about there in that first half. But one thing that Jason and I are talking about at halftime here was number 6 Carter Hike, who again carried it 48 times against Osage City for 300 and some yards. I did a quick total here. He is around 50 yards and has been sacked twice. So when you add up all those, he might be right around 40 yards carrying for the entire game, where he's been able to make some hay with some of the passing. But I guarantee you that he kind of second-guessed himself a little bit there going into the locker room, because I'm a little bit biased, but I think he has to think, and Nemaha Central has to think, this is the best defensive front stopping the run that they faced all season long. And that bodes well for a confidence issue with Council Grove. Is heck, you didn't play the greatest first half in the world offensively. You turned it over twice. You're facing one of arguably the top running back in the state, and you're only down 7-0. And we still got 24 minutes to play in the second half.
We got a lot of football to play, and Council Grove has a lot of positions on that field where guys don't have to play both ways. And we talked about this a little bit at halftime. Throughout the season, we've seen times against some really good football teams who are all the 11 guys on offense are turning around and they're playing the same 11 guys on the defensive side of the ball, and only maybe a couple guys specialize. We have a lot of guys that either play offense or they play defense, and they're resting in between. And as this game wears on, in the cold, and it's a grinded out line of scrimmage type game, while our defensive line is compiled of guys that play both ways, some of our skill positions, defensive backfield, there's some guys that don't, and there's some spots out there where maybe we can start to wear them down a little bit. You got to think there's going to be some adjustments on both sides of the ball, like some major adjustments to how this game's being called. defensively for Council Grove. Offensively, Nemaha Central's not going to go in the locker room and go, well, we're up 7-0. I think it's working. They're going to adjust that running attack a little bit, some of the blocking schemes. So this should be a chess match in the second half. Got about 2 minutes on the clock here. Is this the reset or the?
Yep, this is the second two.
This is the second 2 minutes? Okay.
Yep. Kind of give you some score updates from around the state, some scores that obviously are pertinent to this one. At halftime in Gypsum, Kansas, well, it's not actually Gypsum, rural Salina and Gypsum, Southeast of Saline 14, Beloit 12, and that is a halftime score. Some other fun close ones. Undefeated Derby, who was number 1 ranked in 6A, is trailing Manhattan. Manhattan's beaten down on them 21-7 at half. And another one, kind of a fun one, is Gardner Edgerton and Blue Valley West. Blue Valley West is leading 19-13. Give you a little bit of a reason why I'm bringing that game up. Nagy is the quarterback for is the quarterback for Blue Valley West, and that is the offensive coordinator of the Kansas City Chiefs. So be kind of curious to see. I know there's been twice where Mr. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce has traveled to Blue Valley West to watch their offensive coordinator's son play quarterback. So fun one there at Gardner Edgerton tonight. And again, Southeast of Saline leads it by 2 at the half. Got about a minute left to go here.
Nemaha Central getting set to receive this kick, so the Braves will bring that defense back out there. Played so well through most of the first half, really negating the run game like Justin talked about and making it pretty difficult. We'll see how Nemaha is adjusted here real quick as they get the ball here at a halftime. So about 25 seconds as we're preparing to kick this thing off. Cade Goodell will kick it away.
Looks like Carter Hike on that far side set up shop at about the 10. I can't quite see the number here on the near side. That's number 10. That's Strathman. So Strathman on the near side, Hike on the far side. So obviously the momentum is definitely in favor of the defense here in this football game. Neither team really did much of anything offensively there in that second quarter. So again, football is one of those things where it's a game of adjustments. Who made the best adjustments in the locker room? Going to definitely have the advantage here in this second half. So waiting for the signal from the referee to get going, and we are ready to go. Cade Goodell boots one, and it's going to check up over there at about 16-yard line.
Oh,
fumble.
Loose.
Ball's loose. And did Carter
Yeah, I think he covered it.
He took a shot, but great kick there by Cade Goodell. Kind of checks up, took a funny hop, and this will be the worst field position for Nemaha Central of the entire game.
Yeah, that was a great kick into no man's land over there. Got it to check up. Hard to handle that kick sometimes if it drops in around the 20, and could prove with field position to be a big play in this game.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10, far hash for Nemaha Central. Twins here to the near, one split to the far. Hike's got one in the slot and running back to his left. Going to be a handoff up the middle, and he's going to shove his way forward out across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. He's able to pick up about 3 or 4 on that carry, and that will be
I didn't know if he knew how to hand the ball off.
Well, it doesn't happen very often. That might be the second handoff, third handoff of the game?
Yeah, he generally is rolling or running, and so Nemaha comes out and tries to lull us to sleep up front.
It's just almost a handoff is almost like trickeration.
It is.
All right, here we go. Got a man in motion. Empty backfield now for Hike. Hike's going to call his own number on that left side. Pushes and shoves his way forward, breaks the tackle and spins forward and is out across the 35-yard line. And there you see just run right, run left, run right, and you miss that first initial tackle there right about the line of scrimmage. You can tell he just keeps those legs rolling, and he's able to pick up a big one.
Yep, he's hard to tackle. Very powerful runner, and he gets a lot of practice at it. I don't know how many carries that is. It's got to be reaching 25 or so.
Twins here to the bottom of your screen, one split to the top. Running back goes in motion here to the near side. Hike's going to call his own number. Spins around out, and it's going to be drugged down, but not before he's able to pick up about 2. So it kind of looks like, you know what, that one drive, Jason, they did complete a couple passes on their scoring drive. But to be honest with you, they basically just pretty much hitched their purple wagon to number 6 and said, all right, go right, go left, go right, go left, and matriculate this thing down the field.
And it burns a lot of time. It really eliminates a lot of possessions that you would generally see in a high school football game. So, it's going to be incumbent on the Braves offense to get something going because they're willing to play this thing slow and run that quarterback repeatedly.
Defense looks like they're coming up. Hike around that left side, breaks one tackle, spins his way forward, still on his feet. Finally is able to get knocked down, but not before he rips off about a 16-yard gain, gets down to the 47-yard line. So back-to-back huge plays for Hike, and they have a pretty good drive going, and the clock is already nearing the 9:30 mark, already almost 2.5 minutes off the clock, and they've already picked up 2 first downs.
Yep, he's managed to get up every time, but eventually this is going to wear on him, I would think.
Empty backfield for Hike again, other than handing the ball off once. Going to be a jet sweep on that far side to Strathman, trying to get to the edge, and he does get to the edge, but he's going to be shoved out of bounds, but not before he picks up probably 6 or 7. So good speed there for Strathman, number 10, get to the boundary.
Gave him a breather.
Give him a breather, yeah. So that would, obviously if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but it's got to be tough, man. To not only on Hike to carry the ball that many times, but it looks like you got quite a few athletes out there that probably maybe want to touch here and there. But I guess if it continues to work, Hike again jumps and spins his way out of the arm tackle of Ziegler, jumps his way forward, and I believe that's another first down, Jason.
Yep, another first down. Holden kind of got him high. He was able to slip away, and you've got to center him up to get him on the ground. Because you got to wrap up.
When he is basically, as soon as he gets to the point where you think you got him, literally sets his feet in the ground and does a little jump cut, and he's able to get out of that jump cut, and within about 2 steps is almost at top speed.
Yeah, he's very elusive with that little jump cut, all the lateral movement. So Braves probably looking to where they're going to maybe dial up a little more pressure.
Nemaha Central maybe looking to change the play, seeing if Council Grove's going to bring a little bit of a run blitz here. Hike play action's going to be a handoff to Sight. Sight's got some room along that left side and takes a big shot, but he's still on his feet. And I don't know if they drank some special Gatorade in the locker room or what, but Nemaha Central coming out of the locker room and look like they're running harder now than they did at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, they may have had a motivational talk about we're in a 7-0 football game and really stepping up that run game. And Braves, when you get pushed back repeatedly like this, they're making tackles, but they're giving up a few chunks and they're picking up first downs. Somebody's going to have to come up here and make a big play. I'd love to see the football hit the ground.
All right, here we go. Hike turns and looks at the sideline, checks the play again, relays that information to his offensive line. Here we go. Second down and short. And he's going to do a play-action keeper up the middle, and he gets along the edge, cuts back inside the 5, breaks another tackle and into the end zone. And on that play, Jason, from clear out here to about the 27-yard line, probably breaks tackles on probably 7 or 8 of the Council Grove Braves. What a run.
Yeah, that was impressive because he looked like a pinball down through there, bouncing off tacklers, and you got to get him squared up, and you got to get him low to get him on the ground. And now Braves, with that touchdown, they're down 13-0. They line up, Nemaha Central line up to kick the extra point. Now you've really got to find your groove offensively, see what you kind of figured out at halftime, because now you're in a little bit of comeback mode.
All right, here we go. On to kick. Is Thomas on the point after. Snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is barely shaven over, but it is good. 7:45 left to play here. Opening drive of the second half. Nemaha Central and Carter Hike marches down the field from their own 18-yard line, score a touchdown. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Braves football on the Flint Hills Live channel and TCT.
The Deuce.
healthcare needs of our community. Find out more about their doctors, clinics, convenient care, imaging, rehabilitation, surgical services, and much more on their website, mrcohosp.com. TCT has you covered for all your internet, streaming TV, and telephone needs with fast, reliable fiber broadband services. TCT is an authorized agent for Nextech Wireless with retail offices in Council Grove, Abilene, and Hillsboro. Visit tctelco.net for more information. Adams Home Store has been family owned and operated.
All right, welcome back, Braves fans. After the touchdown run of 27 yards from the junior Carter Hike, Nemaha Central leads at 14-0. But again, plenty of time left, folks listening at home. But this is a huge, crucial drive for the Braves. They've got to figure out a way to put something together positively. Doty picks it up at the 25-yard, goes to the far side, breaks one tackle, gets to the 30, still on his feet, and is going to scamper out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. So good field position there for the Braves. Good return by Doty. Well, you got to figure out a way to sustain a football drive right here, because the last thing you want to do, all the momentum is wearing purple and white right now. You've got to put a drive together and keep their offense on the sideline and keep your offense on the field.
Yeah, you need to score and you need to get that shot of adrenaline and bring some of the spark back in that defense where they know they got to go get the football back for you. And Braves, they've had a chance to go to the locker room, talk about it, warm up a little bit. We'll see what they got.
All right, here we go. Jet sweep. Landon Doty's going to get it in, tries to get to the boundary, cuts it in, and we're going to have a flag. And based on where that penalty flag was, you went from no gain on the play to possibly first down and 20, because I'm guessing it's probably going to be a holding penalty on the Braves.
Probably a hold on that edge. It is. So it's going to bring up – the only good thing is it's still first down.
Yep, first down. So the one thing that you hated to do there on first down was not get much, but then compound that by not getting much to pushing yourself backwards. And Ace Monahan was having a conversation with the official. Maybe Ace was talking to the official about questioning the fact that Nemaha Central creating a lot of holes for Carter Hike, and feels like maybe he was getting held when he was on the other side of the ball. So maybe just a friendly reminder, say, hey, when they got the ball, keep an eye on things up front there, sir. You might want to call a hold on purple too. Here we go. Stewart, quick drop, looking, rolls out to the far side, still looking, sets his feet and decides to just chuck it out of bounds and live for another day, and we got another penalty. And
ineligible man downfield.
Unbelievable. So, wow.
Not the way you want to start offensively, just marching the ball backwards. Braves need to find a big play.
So, well, you got a jet sweep for no gain, holding penalty. You got a rollout and a pass play you want to throw away to live to fight another day, but because that play got stretched out, you had a lineman that was thinking that Luke was probably going to tuck it and run, so he's going to go downfield and block for him. But nevertheless, it is second down and 20. So here we go. Stewart claps his hands. Going to be a handoff. Left side, Ace Monahan's got the most run of the day. He's going to break another tackle, spins
First
forward
down.
across to the 45-yard line. So you got second down and a mile, and Ace Monahan gets the biggest run of the game. There's your momentum swing, Jason.
Yep,
what a play.
You needed a big play, and, man, a big play, blocking up front, getting the big fella started, picking up that huge first down. You got to get the momentum, get something rolling with this offense, because if you can get this thing in the end zone, you give your defense a little spark. This thing, there's a lot of football to play. This thing's not anywhere close to being out of reach.
Monahan in at quarterback. Stewart split out wide as a wide receiver here. Zone read. Going to be a handoff left side. Landon Doty showing off some speed. Breaks one tackle. And the ankle tackle by Hike is able to knock him down, but he was able to pick up positive gain. Picks up 3. Going to bring up for second down and 7. So a little bit of change of pace here. And I'll tell you what, one thing you know about Doty, when he gets he gets about 4 or 5 steps going. Yeah, man, that kid's fast.
Yeah, he's really fast and he runs hard. He's so strong with the lower half. If you can get him into that space, I mean, Nemaha Central's obviously great tacklers at most positions, but you can see right there, you get yourself 3 yards and try to keep up with the chains here and keep this drive going.
Split backs for Council Grove. Stewart in the gun, claps his hands, going to be a play action pass over the middle and intended for Samuels right at the line to gain, but just airmailed that one a little bit. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 o'clock stop, 5:39 left to play here.
Yep, just threw it a little tall. He's there. Just threw it a little high. Mason's not quite that tall.
Trailing by 2 scores here over midway through the 3rd quarter. How aggressive is Coach Hayes going to be here? And like we had mentioned, some similar situation. If it's 4th down and 2 or 3, probably trailing by 2, you might think about going for it. But if you don't pick up anything, you're probably going to have to punt it away. Big 3rd down for the Braves. Play action pass. Going to be tipped at the line of scrimmage, maybe in the linebacker area, intended for Doty, and it will be incomplete. So decision time for Coach Hayes.
Yeah, Coach Hayes' ball's almost sitting at midfield. It's at the 49. You know, he ran a fake already. You don't imagine the fake will work at this point. They're going to be hollering out. So in pump formation,
Strathman is going to set up shop at about his own 20. Punter is going to be Monahan. Monahan's going to get it away, and it's a good high boot. Is he going to try to return this? No. And yes, he is going to pick it up at about the 14. Cut back into the middle, breaks 1 tackle, and he's going to be drugged down there by Mason Samuels. And I tell you what, Mason Samuels is a good-sized kid. Strathman, based on, obviously, they don't have the heights and weights in here, but Strathman only goes probably about 165, 170, and Strathman was hard to get down on that return.
Yeah.
Gosh, they run hard.
Yeah, they run hard and broke a few tackles, and the only one he's not able to get away from is 205 pounds, 6'3", tight end / D end, Mason Samuels. So Council Grove right now really needs in this defense to maybe just relentlessly dial up pressure. I'm not sure what Coach Reddick will have in his bag of tricks, but
there's a handoff inside to Seitz, and he is going nowhere. So you wanted it, you got it. Led over there by Hayden Buttrey, and move the chains back about a yard. 2nd down and 11. So Council Grove, I've noticed that, Jason, between the front 3 and the linebackers, we're starting to get a little more condensed here, trying to maybe basically take – you obviously got to split out wide with the wide receivers, but essentially you're going to probably have about 6-7 guys in the box, and then your corners and safeties out to the side. So maybe stack that box, make it a little harder on them.
Make it a little harder to run, but we know Nemaha Central, we've looked at scores throughout the year, up 14-0. They're not going to hurry, and they're going to run a lot of clock.
Hike right up the middle, breaks 1 tackle, spins off another one, and is going to be tackled and dumped down there at the 30-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down. And again, Jason and I have said it for the last 4 years we're doing this. And considering this is the farthest the Council Grove's been in the playoffs since 1910, this is probably as big a 3rd down as they've had all season long, but we're going to keep saying it.
This is a big one, man. We want to see the punter because at some point it doesn't – I don't care if it's now or the start of the 4th quarter or whenever your offense – whenever you find a spark, you've got time to make something happen, but you got to get off the field.
Man in motion. Going to go ahead and set in the slot. Hike, going to call his own number, pushes himself forward, slides forward, and depending upon the spot, he looks like he's going to be short. But if you're Nemaha Central, you got a 14-point lead. It's going to be 4th down and a very, very, very short 1.
I don't know that they up 2 scores. Because if they don't make it, if Council Grove was to blow this play up, it looks like he's –
Well, the punter has ran onto the field, back off the field, onto the field and back off the field, and now number 8, Thomas, is hiding back there. And it looks like they're going to let the clock run down and probably burn a timeout and talk about, well, this 4th down and 1 at their own 33.5-yard line might have been bigger than the 3rd down previous, so we're going to go ahead and keep it right here, Jason.
Yeah, this is a spot where up 2 possessions, I think you punt because, I don't know how confident they are, but if you give us the ball right here, you could flip the whole momentum of the game. If you punt, pin us back, flip field position, send your defense back out there, and you can kill several more minutes off the clock, even if you make us drive the whole field, you've kind of won the battle. If you give it up. Now, if he's confident he's just going to put it in his quarterback's hands and go get this first down and keep possession of the ball, then so be it. But he's gambling a little bit.
Yep.
A little bit. Yep. I don't know how much, but a little bit.
Yep, and considering that, Hike has 2 more rushing touchdowns to make, I think 37 on the season, I guarantee he's probably at this point after that last drive, he's clipped 2,000 yards rushing for the junior. You put it in number 6's hand and say, all right, kid, go get me a first down. Or does Hike come up here with a hard count? Try to get our guys to jump off sides. So here we go. Big 4th down at their own 33-yard line here in the second half.
Third quarter.
Out of the gun, Hike, empty backfield. Here he goes. He's going to call his own number. He does not get it.
Nothing.
What a huge play up front by Landon Doty, Ace Monahan, Holden Ziegler, and the entire defensive front. Well, Jason, you wanted it.
This is what I wanted. I wanted him to give us the ball at the 33-yard line, and I wanted that defense high-fiving, jumping around, and I want Luke Stewart's dad running down the sideline with his shirt off, waving a flag, and I got everything right there that I wanted. And I'll tell you what, if you're going to look at changing the momentum and you're going to look at changing the whole complexion of this football game, you can do it right here.
Absolutely, and it's one of those deals right here, Council Grove fans. 3:04 left to play, and only in the third quarter. You figure out a way over the course of the next couple minutes to put one in the end zone, and as much momentum as the defense has, I got my hands on that one. Monahan up the middle, stumbles head over heels inside the 30, is able to pick up 4, and I tell you what, 4 yards plus 4 yards plus 4 yards is 12.
I saw a pretty good push right there. That's that shot of adrenaline I'm talking about. You have a big play like that, you run your offense back out there, and they're looking up at that scoreboard going, we got to get this thing in the end zone, and you just saw the offensive line get off the ball, push them back, give Ace a little room to run and pick up 4. So let's go stick this thing in the end zone.
Stewart, play action pass, looking, plenty of time. Pass is intended for Levi Waring, a little bit behind him. Going to bring up 3rd down and 7. Obviously, down 2 scores inside the 30, 4 down territory. So you got to figure out a way to come up with 2 plays to get you about 7 yards and 6 inches, so we can have a new set of downs here. So
keep this thing going. Ball thrown just a little behind him. Luke's been a little off target last week. Everything hit everybody square in the numbers, and a little bit behind on some of these tonight, but not a lot of lanes to throw in out there either.
Twins to the near, twins to the far, 2 deep safeties. Stewart's going to call his own number, gets around that left side, breaks 1 tackle, and then he's able to then he gets ripped down at about the 30, so no gain on the play. Looked like probably a design run for the quarterback there, wasn't it, Jason?
I think it was designed. He tucked her pretty quick and was looking for somewhere to run. And, man, when you bounce that thing out, you got to get to the boundary in a hurry and see if you can get your eyes on that first down marker. He seemed a little bit tentative on the edge. So
4th down and 6 for the Braves. Clock winding inside 1:50 to play, trailing by 2 scores. Man in motion is going to be French. Stewart looking, pass over the middle, and it is broken up, intended for Blaze French. And in my opinion, Jason, I'm a little bit biased. Almost looked like the defensive back got a little contact before the ball got there, but I could be biased.
Yeah, little early potentially, but not probably enough to draw the flag, and it obviously didn't. Bang play there. But Braves now running that defense back out there. Clock's down to 1:41, still the third quarter, so a lot of time left in this football game, but kind of stagnant on offense, and Nemaha Central's running some of the best defense we've seen.
Double tight formation under center. Hike spins off, and he's just going to be dropped there by first man there was Holden Ziegler, and Dylan Ellison drops him. So it looks like formation has changed, and are they just going to literally go double tight formation? And
is that Bill Snyder coaching down there?
I
mean, they literally are now looking at this clock, doing algebra problems, up 14-0, looking double tight, like we're going to line up and we're just going to run the clock.
Yep, going to spread it out just a little bit more here. Twins hit a near one, split to the far, one on the slot, hike, second down and 9. Going to be a pass play, and it's going to be broken up and incomplete. So they go from Bill Snyder-esque, okay, we're going to keep the ball for the entire second half, to now they're going to throw it, incomplete pass, stop the clock. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, not sure. Definitely keeping everybody off balance. But now 3rd and 9. Braves could see the punter looking for a big play, and if you're coaching the defense for Council Grove, you're almost to the point in this football game with a minute to go, third quarter, you're just going to sell out at times. You're just going to sell out to make big plays because you've got to have the football.
All right, here, empty backfield for Hike. Twins to the top. Trips here to the bottom of the screen. Hike, 3-step drop's going to be absolutely mobbed and dropped. Great blitz call by Darren Reddick. First man there was Landon Doty. He's fired up, and oh my gosh, we're going to see Thomas the punter again.
Yep, clock running now, so they're going to have to punt this before the end of the quarter. Braves are going to send a man deep. Looks like it'll be Doty. Go back to receive this punt, and Landon looking to really flip momentum here. Braves kind of winning the field position battle with this defense, but they've got to find answers offensively.
All right, here we go. Looks like is Council Grove bringing the house, try to block this thing. Almost do get to him. Decent punt, takes a sideways roll, but it will stop at the 47-yard line. Council Grove with great field position, back-to-back drives. Had the ball inside the 35. Now they'll have it in Nemaha Central Territory. Like Jason said, you got to figure out something, dig in your bag of tricks, find something that you used when you were playing youth football in third grade 35 years ago. Find something, get yourself a big play here to get something in the end zone.
Yeah, you saw some of those quick routes where we were a little behind timing, trying to get guys with the ball in space with a full head of steam catching the football. And I like some of those plays here because you need to catch the ball with a head of steam and see if you can break a big one.
Stewart, pass comes out here to Doty. Doty's going to have to break a tackle. Does break one tackle, breaks another tackle, and he's able to get out of bounds and is able to pick up a couple. So good catch and run there for Doty, get something positive. And, there's 3 seconds left, but you still got 12 minutes. You're only down 2 scores. One thing you can do is if they're going to sell out on, just dropping back in coverage and only rushing 4, remember it was 2nd and 20, and Ace Monahan ripped off about a 22-yard run, so still got that option of running with number 4, who has 1,300 yards rushing and 22 rushing touchdowns. So.
Yeah, you can still run the football. Playbook's still wide open here.
All right, here we go. Stewart. There it is, handoff left side. Monahan is able to shove himself forward inside the 45 to about the 43, and that's going to bring up probably about a 3rd down and about a short 5. And we've reached the quarter break, and we'll go ahead and take one with them. We're heading to the 4th quarter. Braves will have it 3rd down and 5, and lead return.
As low as 31.
Braves trail the Thunder 14-0. You're watching Braves football on the Flint Hills Live channel at TCT.
The Deuce.
Cents per edition.
June Cleavers, located at 208 West Main Street in Council Grove, is excited to announce our next venture, Corks and Coffees at the Press Room, a wine and coffee bar. We will be open in the afternoon, featuring delicious beverages and tasty treats. Follow us on Facebook for announcements and updates. Go Braves!
Matt Palmquist with Whitetail Properties is part of an expert team focused on Kansas land sales with local knowledge and national reach. Get the results you deserve. Contact Matt at 785-826-0995.
All right, welcome back, Braves fans. Start of the 4th quarter. 3rd down and 5 for your Council Grove Braves. Twins to the far side. Split backs for Stewart. Stewart claps his hands. Going to be a zone read keeper on his own. Gets to the edge, 45. Spins down to the 37-yard line. 1st down from the sophomore quarterback. And we talked about it in the pregame show with Coach Hayes. More design runs, and you saw the speed and the shiftiness of the sophomore quarterback.
Yep. That was a huge first down. Ball's inside the 40. It's 4 downs from here to get these first downs. And you really, if you get this thing in and you can somehow get a conversion, you're only down 6, and you're in a position to change the whole ball game. But you got to put a drive together. You got to get this thing in the end zone.
Stewart split backs, claps his hands. Going to be a play action pass, looking over the middle deep, and it is going to be over the intended receiver. And Landon Doty had a step, and Luke set up and threw it. And that's one of those, the kid's got a cannon, but it's one of those, if you could have just put a little more air underneath of it instead of throwing a laser beam. But again, had him, but again, clock stop, still 2nd and 10.
Stockwell comes in the game. You know what that means. We're going to go deep. We're going to start throwing the ball downfield. Number 3, Stockwell into the game. Speedster on the edge, getting all the speed we got out there. You got Waring in the pattern. You got Stockwell in the pattern. I think you still got Doty out there. Well, no, he pulled Doty.
Stockwell, number 3 on the far side, split out. Play action pass, inside handoff to Ace Monahan, dragging himself forward. Gets down to about the 30. Good run there on 2nd down for Ace Monahan. Right at the 30-yard line. He's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3. Again, as Jason mentioned here a couple minutes ago, everything's 4-down territory in Nemaha Central Territory.
I don't know if Doty needed a break after he ran that route, or...
All right, to be honest with you, I don't know if Landon's actually been out off of offense or defense for any.
Yeah, for any at all, and now he's out. Stockwell in.
Going to be another handoff or play action pass. Couldn't see it. Good fake there by Stewart. Just decides to throw it and get it away, and pass was intended over there on that far side, almost intercepted. But Stewart was kind of running for his life. I apologize about the zone read pass there. Stewart did a great job of hiding the ball on his belly about 200 yards away from me, and I couldn't see it.
Couldn't get what he wanted to get on the ball. He had Samuels down there, and he knows that's a big target to throw to, and and Mason was able to fight for the ball, not allow it to be intercepted. So sophomore quarterback doing all he can. Coach Hayes has to dial up a good one here on 4th and 3, long 3.
4th down for the Braves, and we're going to have a timeout Nemaha Central, and that is the second. They didn't take a timeout. We're going to keep it here. Didn't they call a timeout earlier in the 3rd quarter on that 4th down? Because that's the one they decided to call a timeout. They went for it, and we stopped them. But it's okay.
Yep, they've adjusted the clock just now.
Okay.
Down to 1. So they've got 1 timeout remaining. Council Grove has all their timeouts. This is a huge play. You got to pick up this 4th down, because at this point with the clock, if you give the ball up here, you've got those 3 timeouts, but that's with 2 possessions down, you've got to get the ball more than once, obviously. So you're starting to look at clock becoming a factor now in the 4th quarter as it winds, and you got to keep this drive going to really put the pressure on Nemaha.
All right, here we go. 4th down. The scoreboard's calling it 4. 4th down and 4. 10:33 left to play. Braves trailing it by 14. Give you the setup. 2 split here to the bottom. French and Waring. 1 split to the far side is Doty. Monahan in the backfield with Stewart. Stewart, plenty of time. Pass is caught. Mason Samuels to the 20. Sets his feet. Still on his feet. Stumbles forward to the 13-yard line. What a pitch and catch, sophomore to sophomore. And obviously we got a ton of season left, but I tell you what, I can't wait to see how that relationship between those 2 kids develops over the course of the next couple years.
Yeah, 34 is hard to stop, and he's a big target. And for 2 more years after this, we're going to see a lot of that right there. And I wouldn't mind seeing a lot of it right here.
Yep,
a lot more of it, because he's hard to cover with small defensive backs, and when they have him in tight and he breaks into a pattern.
All right, here we go. Play action pass. Stewart is going to hand off to Monahan, and he is going to be dropped for about a
I think they gave him a yard.
They did give him a yard and then pushed him back. Okay.
Yep, they gave him a yard almost to the 10, so little positive play there. Clock running, 9:45 to go, fourth quarter. Braves threatening as much as they have the whole game. Ball sitting at the 11-yard line.
As deep into Nemaha Central territory as they've been all night long. French in the slot here to the near side. Stewart, 5-step drop, looking, pass is going to be, did he catch it?
He caught it.
It's going to be caught at about the 5-yard line. That was probably the most emotionless 5-yard catch of the season. I don't know if anybody saw it, so nobody even reacted, even the Braves fans, and I think 3 cheerleaders that have really good eyes could see it, so they're clapping. So 3rd down and 3 for the Braves.
They can get a first down without scoring a touchdown at about the 2.
I would say between the 2 and 3 yard line. So 4 down territory here for the Braves. Split backs for Stewart. Looks like Nemaha's going to bring pressure. Stewart's going to call his own number. Up the middle. Touchdown! Touchdown, Council Grove. Luke Stewart gets his first rushing touchdown of his career. What an absolute perfect opportunity for Stewart. And we talked about it, having that kid use his legs. What a play. Great job up front by the blocking, Jason.
Yeah, Council Grove got the push. The great zone read. I don't know if Ace was trying to take it from him or not, but Stewart pulled it back and saw whatever he needed to see to know that I'm going to run this thing myself up the middle. And with 8:44 to go, we got a whole different ball game. Braves line up to go for 2.
Ace Monahan in at quarterback, split backs. All right, here we go. Claps his hands. Monahan's going to go ahead and keep it. Tries to get to the edge, runs forward, and absolutely runs into a whole host of Nemaha Central defenders, and he comes up short. But the Braves find a way to put together a great drive, get in the end zone. We got ourselves a football game, and right now the defense is coming to play. I can't wait to see what the defense does on this drive, Jason.
Because you know we're at that point where you can't put anything in your pocket, you can't take anything home with you, you don't want to be sitting on the couch off season thinking, well, I should have blitzed here, I should have done this or that. Now you just got to throw caution to the wind. You've got to put it all on the line to stop them and get that football back. You can, with 3 timeouts. If you can, there's a 8:44 is a lot of time. I kind of was talking about the game, kind of the clock becoming a factor. If you had given Nemaha back down 2 possessions, right now it's not as big a factor because if you can stop them, if you can 3 and out them, you got a lot of game time to play with.
All right, huge kickoff incoming here for Cade Goodell. Strathman on the far side. Carter Hike here on the near side, both setting up shop at about their own 19-yard line. Good boot. There's going to push him back to about the 15-yard line. Strathman will bring it to this near side. Got plenty of room in front, and he's got blockers across the 50, 40, cuts back in, still on his feet, and the ball gets fumbled, but he was already out of bounds, so holy moly. Nemaha Central sets up the kickoff return and had a ton of blockers here on the near side, had a wall set up. And Nemaha Central with great field position down all the way to the 31-yard line on Council Grove's side of the field.
It's a big momentum play, but you didn't let them score. The ball's still outside the 30, and you got to think like that. If they drove the ball to right here and you stopped them, you'd be pretty happy. If you could get the ball back right here somewhere within this first 10 yards, you've got to stop them. Right here.
All right, here we go. Twins to the near, twins to the far. Empty backfield for Carter Hike. Own number up the middle, slips and falls down. Falls forward for about a yard, maybe 2. So here we go. And obviously they're not afraid to go for it on 4th down, so got to stop them 3 more times.
Yeah, you got to stop them with this field position. They're going to take their time. They're going to get everything off this clock they can. So you really don't want to let them have first downs because they'll shorten the game right here on you big time. So Braves will line up, try to drop him in the backfield if you can because you'd really like
All right, here we go. Carter Hike over there on that right side, inside the 20, down to about the 24-yard line. It's going to be short. Going to bring up a big third down. Well, we're going to be 4 down territory. It's going to bring up 2 big downs, try to shut him down from getting up 2. By the way, update in southeast of Saline. Beloit now with a 24-20 lead over the Trojans.
Wow, that's an upset in the making.
There we go. Here we go. 24-yard line for Nemaha Central. Twins to the far, twins to the near. Empty backfield for Hike. Snap. Just right up the gut. Tries to bounce around the outside. Had him for a loss, and he is going to break a tackle. Get down to the 20-yard line. Had him for about a 2-yard loss, Jason.
Yep, had him in the backfield. Couldn't get him on the ground, and Braves fighting at defensive front, fighting for everything, trying to get him on the ground, trying to get off the field. 7:02, clock running.
And one thing for Braves fans, and notice that the last 3 weeks, and obviously in Legion Stadium, there's a play clock on the field that we're able to see. They do not have one here that we're able to see, but basically Nemaha Central is taking about as much time as they can in between each one of these plays with this 14-6 lead. Hike right up the gut, breaks one, and he is going to go 20 yards into the end zone for a Thunder touchdown. Holy moly.
Boy, he just wears you down. They don't do it and then it's not working, so they quit doing it. They just keep doing it until eventually he's able to squeeze through or eventually gets a big play. Tons of first downs. You got to give that kid a ton of credit. He's carried the ball probably 40 times tonight, maybe more, and he's so hard to get on the ground.
All right, here we go. Point after attempt for Thomas. Here's a snap, hold, kick, and it is going to be good. He's consistent. We're going to take a quick break here. 6:34 left to play here in the Sub-State Championship game in Seneca. Council Grove 6. Nemaha 21. You're watching Braves football on the Flint Hills Live channel on TCT.
The Deuce.
The Apothecary is located downtown Council Grove, is here to serve you for all your pharmacy needs. Their staff is friendly and knowledgeable. The Apothecary accepts most prescription insurance plans, offers free mailing and delivery, as well as a convenient drive-thru. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The service you deserve from the people who care. Let's go, Braves! Flint Hills Rural Electric Cooperative legacy now spans over 84 years. Their commitment to providing reliable, affordable, and safe electrical power to its members has never been stronger.
All right, welcome back, Braves fans. Kickoff for Thomas, and each time that he's kicked it off, has been kind of a squibber, hasn't wanted to kick it deep, trying to maybe avoid the big return. Here we go. End over end's going to take a huge hop and go over there and fumbled around for a little bit there by Waring, and able to pick it up and still on his feet. Waring's going to get submarined, but good return there by Waring. And one thing that a lot of high school teams, Jason, gets out to the 35, a lot of teams are doing, rather than if you don't have a guy that's going to be able to boot it to the end zone, just put as much spin and let that ball hit the ground and do crazy things because it's hard to return. It seems to be pretty effective for both sides, and we've seen it a lot.
Yeah, it really changes the timing of it when he has to kind of corral it, and they have a lot of time to get coverage set up and get those guys down there. But Levi, able to pick it up, actually turns it into a pretty good return, almost to the 35-yard line. So 6:25 to go. You got to score pretty quick. You got to. I think the Braves may abandon the run game.
Yep, Stewart, 5-step drop, plenty of time, looking, decides to tuck it and run, still looking, pass over the middle, and it's caught by Mason Samuels out across midfield down to about the 44-yard line, and he took a pretty good shot. And I tell you what, one thing that I've noticed, and I talked about it earlier, Jason, them only rushing 4 and dropping 7. So if Luke can stay patient, he's going to eventually find somebody because the offensive line is doing a great job. Here we go, Stewart. Plenty of time looking. He's going to go deep over the middle. Landed dirty with a catch down to the 20. So you want it quick, Jason. How about 2 plays from our own 34 down to our Nemaha 20?
Down to the 20, but guys are going to get on the ball. Braves looking to go quick. if you score 16 points in this last 6 minutes, you can win this football game 22-21.
And I'm not good at math, but I like your math. Here we go. Stewart, 5-step drop, looking. Again, ton of time. Pass is going to be caught down to Levi Waring to the 10-yard line. So a pass to Samuels, pass to Doty, pass to Waring, and all of a sudden we're first and goal at the 10, depending upon where they spot it. Yep, first and goal at the 10.
Yeah, right at the 10-yard line. Braves going quick.
Here we go. A heck of a drive from the sophomore core. Oh, my gosh. Snap over his head. Needs to try to figure out a way to get rid of it. Does get rid of it, and what a job by Luke Stewart by getting enough pass. Almost completed it to the freshman Logan Stockwell. And the cool thing is if he doesn't get rid of that, Jason, it's first and goal from the 30.
Yeah, from the 30. Did an incredible job on the miscue. It happens. You get a snap, little rambunctious snap going quick over his head, and you live to fight another day here with the ball still at the 10-yard line. Stops the clock. No harm, no foul. Braves turned it over twice in the first half, trying to mount a comeback here. 5:30 to go, fourth quarter. Really need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion.
Second goal for Stewart. Rolls out to his right. Decides to throw back against the grain and intended for Mason Samuels in the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Third down, so you got 2 more shots to figure out a way to get 10 yards because you can't pick up another first down. You got to figure out a way to get 10 yards and a couple inches to get this thing in the end zone.
Yeah, get it in the end zone. I like Stewart rolling to the wide side of the field with some guys at different levels. Give him some options, and if he somehow sees green grass, give him the option to go because it's only 10 yards.
Right, and one thing is with him being a right-handed throwing quarterback, it's a lot easier for him to set his feet rolling to his right. If he rolls to his left, he's got to throw across his body. So we'll have to see what Coach Hayes decides to draw up. Straight drop back. Got pressure from that right side. Picked up by Monahan. Going to go ahead and just throw it away and live to fight another day. But a lot of.
Yeah, so congested on the short side of the field there. Braves able to pick up a huge block in there. Did you see the pass rush coming? Braves defenders for Luke Stewart in there. I think it's Monahan picked up a huge block to protect him. But now Braves down to fourth down. 5:18 to go. Lots of football here to play. Ball at the 10-yard line.
Fourth down and goal here. Huge point of the game to get the Braves still alive here in this game. Looks like they are going to drop back. Stewart breaks, and it's going to be intended in the back of the end zone for Levi Waring, but when he tried to set his feet, he slipped and fell, and the Braves will turn it over on downs. So 3 quick plays get you all the way down to the 10, and then 4 incomplete passes, and the Brave drive stall.
Yeah, when the field gets condensed, it becomes more difficult, especially in the pass game. And with the clock situation, Coach Hayes on early downs wasn't willing to run the ball and use too much clock there. So Braves defense going to be looking to answer the call one more time. I don't know if you can get him to put it on the ground, but it would be nice.
And a great play there by Landon Doty. Drops Carter Hike in the backfield. And, Jason, how many times do you think number 6 is going to carry the ball here on this drive?
Yeah, I don't think it'll leave his hands. That's the feeling I get. Now clock melting under 5 minutes. 5:50 to go. Nemaha Central being very deliberate, as they should be. Braves defense, just not much you can do if he's not going to release the ball anywhere. So you've got to get in there and either punch it out or put a big hit, get your helmet on the football to try to knock that thing loose.
2nd and 9, left side there by Carter Hike, and he is able to push his way forward to about the 12-yard line. 3rd down coming up, and we'll see where they spot it. They're going to give him a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 7. And again, clock winding here, nearing the 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Braves trailing by 2 scores.
21-6. You can get the ball back here if you stop them. They're going to punt it back to you, and maybe you've got a super secret back page pump block. You could bring the house
on this point of the field, it'd be something that you could get a quick score here. Hike, empty backfield, is going to have a man in motion, going to set up there in the slot. Hike calls his own number, and he is going to be still on his feet, shoving himself forward out to about the 23-yard line. Good enough for a first down, and that's one of those things, the way that Hike runs. You had him for initial stop. Probably the punter comes out, but the kid keeps his leg driving, and now you have a new set of downs, clock winding, 3:30 left to play, and Coach Hayes is probably going to have to start burning through some of those timeouts after this play call.
Yeah, because now you're starting to change your thought process to getting them off the field. If you do find a way to score, you have to onside it.
Yep. All right, here we go. First down and 10 for Nemaha. Clock already down to the 3:10 mark. Empty backfield. Hike talking to his lineman, knowing exactly what the play clock is and probably waiting to snap it late. Does zip his way through there. Going to be tackled there by Landon Doty again, and we're going to have a timeout by Coach Hayes. We'll go ahead and take this one for our sponsors. The rest of them will probably stay on the field. 2:59 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Second down and about 8 incoming when we come back. You're watching Braves football on the Flint Hills Live channel on TCT.
The Deuce.
Cooperative, the safety and welfare of the members is always the number one priority. The Flint Hills Rural Electric Cooperative is proud to support its Braves athletes. Go Braves! For over 100 years, Citizen State Bank has gone the extra mile for its customers, providing big bank amenities while knowing their customers by their first name. Stop in today at any of their 7 locations or check out their services online at extramilebank.com. Morris County Hospital has served its residents for 71 years with state-of-the-art equipment and emergency services. MCH takes great pride in serving the healthcare needs of our community. Find out more about their doctors, clinics, convenient care, imaging, rehabilitation, surgical services, and much more on their website, mrcohosp.com.
All right, welcome back, Braves fans. Second down and 8. First called timeout for Coach Hayes and the Braves. They still have 2 remaining. I would assume as soon as this play is over with, they'll be calling another one. Hike calls his own number again, shoves his way forward, drags Council Grove defenders, tackled there by Hayden Buttrey and Tyler Hutchison, and it is going to be, are they pointing forward?
Yep, first down.
Another first down. So they're going to go ahead and run the clock, and Coach Hayes is not going to call one of his timeouts here. Hopefully you got a minimal play here on first down, and then you can call it. But when you start doing the math and only 2 timeouts remaining, I don't like the math.
No, it's getting pretty tough. You got to give Nemaha Central all the credit in the world. Conservative brand of football. They don't put the football in danger, keep it in the quarterback's hands 90% of the time, and he is hard to stop.
Hike right up the middle, going to be hit, tackled by Hayden Buttrey, falls forward to about the 39-yard line, and I believe we're going to get a timeout by Coach Hayes. But even after that, where basically everybody in the entire stadium on both sides of the field knows that Carter Hike's going to get the football, knows he's probably going to run it between to the right of the center, to the left of the center, probably off the guard tackle, depending upon which hole breaks up. Everybody knows he's run the football. Late in the ball game, he's carried it 882 times, and the kid just picked up 5 yards.
Yeah, it's a credit to him, number one, the vision, and 2, you know these plays, they're just different blocking patterns up inside, and they're big enough and strong enough to move people and create those running lanes, because you see how he's taking the ball out of the shotgun. He's able to look at the line of scrimmage. He knows where that's supposed to open up, and it's obviously a championship style of football, back to back, looking for 3 Nemaha Central, and you can see why they're hard to handle.
All right, here we go. Second down and 5. Empty backfield for Hike. Inside run again for Hike, and shoves his way forward out across the 45 to the 46. And a new set of downs for the Nemaha Central Thunder. So if you're Coach Hayes, are you going to call it? Is he going to use his last timeout, or just kind of let this thing go?
Well, they don't taste very good at Thanksgiving dinner. So
nope.
I mean, there's not I mean, it doesn't do him a lot of good, actually, with the way the math's starting to work out. But I'm sure get a stop here, and he'll probably call it, talk to his guys, and they're just not going to be willing to let the ball out of their quarterback's hands. And
yeah, they're going to just go ahead and go into the victory formation. Hike snaps it, takes the knee, and it looks like Coach Hayes is not going to go ahead and use that last timeout. And probably when they get things set up, they'll probably have to kneel it. 1:20 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Again, Nemaha Central, if you're just joining us, leading at 21-6 here in the fourth quarter. Probably have to kneel it 2 more times in order to have to get it going here. I don't think they can kneel it once. They're going to have to kneel it twice because it's a 40-second play clock, I believe.
Yep, he's going to have to. He's going to have to kneel it. He's going to kneel it after this one more time.
Yep. Let it roll. Let it roll here. Under 50 seconds right now. Just kind of give you a little bit of a post game. Make sure you don't go anywhere. Jason and I have a lot of things to say about this incredible football season and how absolutely wonderfully proud we are of these coaches and these players and the fans that traveled up here. So make sure you don't go anywhere. Under 25 seconds, going to get our last kneel down of the football game, and the Nemaha Central Thunder are going to win it here and a chance to go back to the state championship in Hutchinson and a chance to win a 3rd straight 2A state championship, or the Thunder. So got about 3 seconds, 2 seconds. We're going to sneak away here for about 60 seconds, collect our thoughts, and talk about and we hate to do it, but wrap up a heck of a season by your Council Grove Braves. We're going to sneak away here. Braves fall to the Thunder 21-6. You're watching Braves football on the Flint Hills Live channel and TCT.
The Deuce.
203 East Main in Council Grove. Go Braves. The weather in Kansas is infamous as unpredictable. Services Unlimited Heating and Cooling is ready to help you prepare for the upcoming season. Located on East Main in Council Grove, they are ready to support you.
Stop by and visit me, or go to my website, cgautosales.com, Car Gurus, or Facebook Marketplace to view my inventory. Give me the opportunity to find you a vehicle that will fit your budget. With my low overhead, I can save you money, and I have financing available. Go Braves!
All right, welcome back, Braves fans. Kind of a somber post-game wrap-up here. Kind of give you a little bit of a summary of tonight's game if you were able to catch all of it, or even if you weren't, just kind of wrap things up. Obviously, on the Nemaha Central side, you obviously got to talk about their offensive front and their defensive front, and obviously number 6, the junior Carter Hike. 3 rushing touchdowns on the night, and seemingly basically what he's done the last 2 seasons is he basically puts the team on his back, and just absolutely very difficult to deal with. And like Jason had mentioned, it's one of those things where it's simple, it's easy, but if it's working, why in the world would you ever do anything else? And for your Council Grove Braves tonight, again, I got a little bit of running going on, had a little bit of a turnover issue, had a couple interceptions there in the first half, but then once we finally got things going with a little bit of run, Luke Stewart was able to connect on a few of his wide receivers of Landon Doty, Mason Samuels a couple times, and Levi Waring, and was able to get some stuff down the field. But after that, once we did finally get it down there, the Braves drive stalled quite a few times. However, they're in that fourth quarter, and I'll have to go back and look at my time. But at the 6:34, excuse me, I'm a liar. At the 8-minute mark of the fourth quarter, put together their best drive of the game in a 5-yard run by the sophomore quarterback, punch it in the end zone. So the Braves were able to get things on the scoreboard. And Jason and I and Mindy were talking about it at a little bit of a commercial break. It was like, man, I wasn't even thinking about when the last time the Braves have been shut out, but we obviously don't want to think about that. But they're able to put one on the board. And again, I want to wish Nemaha Central the best of luck. And I'm going to kick it over here to Jason before I wrap this thing up and we go ahead and get out of here. And just super proud of these kids, but I'll have some things I'll wrap this season up and shift it over to Jason.
This is definitely a tough one for Coach Hayes. This senior class on this football team as freshmen went 1-8. We traveled all over. We chased them to Concordia and Marysville, and man, just undersized, playing a lot of freshmen on varsity, and fought through a couple years of just being undersized and underclassmen, playing a lot of critical positions. And then as they grew up and we saw them as seniors this year, we saw some incredible football, and we're able to follow along here as they put this season and this playoff run together. They got no reason to hang their heads. They did what many thought at the 13 seed would be improbable. And you look at the other guys, the sophomores and the juniors that are out there playing, and some of the freshmen over there standing on the sidelines, and some of them getting to play on the special teams. We're going to reload this thing and do it all over again, because there's a lot of guys out there that'll be chomping at the bit after this to get on the field and carry on the tradition. And you've seen a shift in Council Grove football this year, confidence level and just the culture of football. So it's sad to see this senior class walk off the field for the last time, but man, they put on a show for a long time. We're a few days from Thanksgiving, and we're lucky enough to still be playing football in the Final Four. So I'll tell you what, it's going to be a tough one. They're not going to like it, and it's going to hurt a little bit, as it should, but they made it a long ways. And man, Nemaha Central and what they do, put on a show. Their coach, it harkens back to the old Vince Lombardi videos where you watch him talk about he doesn't care to tell you. He didn't care in the 60s to say exactly what he was going to do and where he was going to run it. You just got to stop it. And they do some of that same brand of football where they're going to run it, and we don't care if you know our identity or what we're going to do. You're not going to stop it. And the Braves put up a heck of a fight a lot of the game, and did a fantastic job at times of even frustrating that run game. But you got to tip your hat to Nemaha Central and the way they keep fighting, and they don't go away from who they are. But we will we'll wrap it up. It's a long time till football season now.
Absolutely.
Yep, but basketball now officially begins.
Yep, exactly right. Well, again, thank you, Jason, and just kind of touch on some of the things that Jason mentioned. Again, when you have a ton of success in any type of program in any sport, and you have the community involvement and the parents' involvement and everybody in the community rallied around this group of people, that filters down to not only the kids that are currently on the football team, trickles down to the middle school and the youth program. Every single kid watching this team this year, whether it be in person, on the TV, on mom's phone or an iPad, now wants to play football for Coach Hayes and the rest of this coaching staff. And I think, it not only with these underclassmen, super excited to watch them next year, but again, this football team changed the culture in Council Grove and Council Grove football, and I have no doubt we're going to see this continued success for a long time in the future. And got to give a shout-out to your seniors, Ace Monahan, Hayden Buttry, Braun Fry, Levi Waring, Landon Doty, Bryson Palmquist, Dylan Ellison, Cade Goodell, Jacob McIver, Finn Gant, Hadley Smith, Cole Wilson, and A.J. Roca. And again, just shout out again, this group of juniors and sophomores and freshmen have this program in great hands. Again, I just want to wish the players continued success as they take a little break here, not very much, and get healed up and set their sights on wrestling and basketball. I have no doubt that they'll continue to have a ton of winning in their future. And the Council Grove football program, again, is in great hands with this coaching staff and the underclassmen and players. Got to shift away from football. I want to give a huge shout-out to TCT, Angie, Mindy, Jacob, and Jeremy for help running the show all season long in what was an incredible season. Special thanks again to Jason. And finally, thanks to all the fans across the country supporting the Braves all season long. And I guess like Mindy and Jason mentioned, Friday, December 6th in Braves Gym, the start of the 24-25 basketball season. again, super excited. Again, thank you very much.
You got to shout out to the West Coast.
West Coast. I have to apologize before we sign off. I didn't see one of the text messages I got last week when we were at Humboldt, and I probably got 30 text messages from our fans at home. And I apologize to the Stone family out in Oregon. I didn't give them a watch party shout out, so I wanted to make sure I give them a watch party shout out tonight to John and Vicky Stone out there in Oregon. So wish it had been in better circumstances, but appreciate you guys watching. So again, thank you all listening at home. We'll see you on December 6th for start of basketball season. You watch Braves football on the Flint Hills Life channel and TCT.
The Deuce.